everyone to tonight's KJC Scrim. Yes, my friends, we have an exciting matchup coming up because we have two teams from Indonesia and the Philippines. We have Tams FX from the Philippines and Nongkrong Kilat from Indonesia. And this is actually not the first time that we've had Nongkrong Kilat. I believe this is the second time that they're participating in our scrims. So we're very glad to have them back. Meanwhile, on the flip side of the coin, Tams FX, a collegiate team from FEU, I believe, Far Eastern University in the Philippines. So we will have an action-packed best of three tonight because we have two stacked teams. Again, my name is Datum and I'm casting here tonight with my friend Josh. It's been a while, Josh. How are you feeling tonight?
Yeah, I'm very excited for this game. So it's been a while, yeah, like Datum said, since I've been here. So I'm just really glad to be able to bring all the action to you guys.
Well, yeah, of course.
Great.
We're happy to have a. I mean, we did cast like a week or two ago, like right, Josh, and it's been some time. Yeah, it's been a decent amount of time. And if you
Definitely.
haven't already, make sure to give us a like, give us a share, and subscribe. We are on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and we do have a website at kjcesports.com. And if you want to participate in these scrims, make sure to join our Discord. Just type !socials and chat, and all the links will be brought up there for you. And we do have a VALORANT points giveaway as well, worth 1,500 plus. So just type !giveaway in chat, and the instructions will be brought up there for you as well. Please follow all of the instructions so that you can join the giveaway. There are no rank limitations, no region limitations, and anyone and everyone is free to join. So if you want free VPs like I do, make sure to participate. And speaking of the next best of three and this tonight's best of three, Josh, what are you expecting, especially because the first map is going to be an NKL map, Nongkrong Kilat, on Ascent, and they're going to be starting off on the attacking side. What do you expect to come out of these teams?
Yeah, I think Ascent is a very practiced map. I think we've seen a lot of teams they like to flex into Ascent, but I think generally the teams that practice a lot they like to go onto Ascent, especially when you can take mid. I know mid is like a very easy point of attack, especially for a lot of these teams. Um, I don't. You traditionally see if a team's maybe a bit less practice and more puggy, I would say. You
Mhm.
technically you tend to see Breeze or maybe Icebox due to like the simplicity of the strats that you can run there. So I expect to see a bit more depth coming off of Nongkrong Kilat tonight, but just really excited to see what they're able to bring out.
Yeah, and Ascent is a map where do those sort of
Mm.
unconventional picks, I would say, do come out sometimes. You know, Paper Rex, they do bring out the KO every once in
Mhm.
a while, and of course, it does have amazing. What do you call this? Harmony,
Harmony,
amazing
synergy,
synergy. That's the word I'm looking for.
synergy.
Synergy with the Astra, especially in Ascent, where both main entrances to the sites are very tight corridors where you could just use the gravity well to max effect,
Yeah.
and the fragment on top of that just denies everyone from entering. It's gonna isolate the jets or the raids as from coming through after they've gone and went for the site entry, which is actually super effective. We've also seen quite recently the amount of breaches that have been brought out in
Mm.
Ascent have been at a steady increase, and I'm quite excited to be for those to be brought out tonight.
Yeah, I think we've seen a lot of varying compositions, especially on Ascent.
Yeah.
Now, I know some teams they like to run Jet, but some teams they forgo the Jet altogether. I want to see if any of these teams dare to bring Viper out because I know Guild, especially from EU, from the
Hmm.
EMEA region, they love to bring out Viper on this map. And traditionally, the Viper, the default setup is he likes to wall from high mid all the way to market area, and that actually cuts off a lot of this, cuts off a lot of map pressure as well. Having that um the unknown, if I may, like not expecting them. Maybe they could just lurk up mid. They could drop the wall at any time. You don't know where the attackers really are. So I think this map allows, like you said, for a lot of flexibility on these picks. Raze and KO as well are phenomenal picks on this
Oh
map.
yeah.
So I just like to see just really just like what they have as well. I know some people like Sova as well. Sky is a good pick on this map. Just really anything, right? And
Yeah.
I know if you're from CS:GO, a lot of people, when they first come to this map, they call it like the Dust 2 of this map, and Dust 2 the most iconic map there, and Ascent maybe the most iconic map in this game.
Actually, why is it called Dust 2 of Valorant? Because I barely see any semblance. Yes, I haven't played any CSGO, not a single hour in my entire life, but why is it called that?
So we're just waiting for the last 3 picks to be locked in. So it looks like Jet, Reyna, Sova. And so we do have a mirror matchup on our hands. Interesting. No Sky, no Breach. Actually, very interesting as well. They were hovering the Brimstone for a bit, Nongkrong Kilat, but I think they have opted to go in for a very standard comp as well. The Reyna being the solo flash. So I think a lot of comfortability as well on both of these teams. So I think it just really comes down to the executions from here on out.
Definitely true. It's all down to executions. Whoever goes for the frags.
He has the chance for these here because they may do, because he's exactly where they're coming from. 3 players towards B main as well. Thinks better of it as well. They heard the operator chime out once, and now they decide to go back, and looks like A is going to be the target. They have left Jude in B to try and gather some of this intel as well, but 4 players leaning towards A. It's looking like a quick A hit as well coming out from TFX.
Enemy tag.
Yeah, Litex playing that operator a lot more safely than Jude did. If you remember the last time Jude was pushing up so far with that op, this time he will be going for that same thing. Has to be careful because someone is hanging about in the area. Might just be able to spot out Jude right now. It's Battle of the Jets, but on the other side of the map, it's where the 4 members of TFX are looking to split. They have the spike. Just waiting for any bit of information, any bit of anything really, so that they can commit to this side push. And it's a beautiful read for NKL because
30 seconds
3
left.
members are hanging about in here already. A 30 seconds left is going to signal the push, the start of the side take. The gravity well is going to stop them. Cosmic Divide is there to help them out, but the lockdown is going to force them out of the side. They should be able to get the plant as well out of here. So they have to push this lockdown. They have to Heyo at the charge, at the lead. He will take out Vuitton and will dismiss himself to safety, but the same can't be said for his teammates, as he will get detained on the hell area and taken out, but at least still a 4-on-3. They've done their job. Will they be able to go for this spike plant? Yes, they will, but here comes the crash down as Arabella's taking out Zappy, now down to 1 versus 2. He's the last man standing. Let's see if he'll be able to make some magic happen once more as he makes it doable, turning it into a 1-on-1. But Jude has the op. Has to push this. The defuse is being stuck. It's actually done. The clutch has come through. The kill will connect, but it doesn't matter because Arabella is taking us into a 10-9 scoreline, and they're 1 away from evening things out.
Oh no, what just happened just there? Explicit and Visted the Cosmic Divide. The lockdown came in response, but I think they were relatively undecided. They took way too long to get the spike down there. I think Hayes was calling out like, oh, maybe he had the lockdown. It's like, guys, I have it. But suddenly I think he realized that he had to get rid of the kill drive first, so he couldn't take care of the lockdown, which really forced his teammates into a very awkward spot, because by the time they were able to re-aggress on the side take, they didn't have that resource available to get the bomb down. So the Cosmic Divide going down was a huge bane for them in that round.
Absolutely. Vuitton has taken out Heyo finally again. Started the round this time because remember, it's just the sheriffs for 3 members of TFX. Jude is the one with the most firepower, the only one with the operator, only one who can go for those 1 taps. But everyone here is just holding strong as they're just looking for the frags right now. TFX are looking to make it hurt for NKL, as Explicit want to get the first frag for them, but at the cost of 3 of his teammates. And Jude hasn't been able to find anything out of this op. Has to be careful now as the Marshal is gonna fall prey. Should be falling prey. But it's Jude who actually falls, and here comes the operator upgrade for NKL this time. Gonna make it doubly hard for TFX to bounce back out of this game.
Oh no, that was not very good as well. They managed to lose the round despite finding the opening kill. Just great aggression coming out from NKL toward mid. And Jude really not having much of an impact in that round. He knew where Arabella was, but look at the reinforcement coming in just to be able to flush him out. The cloud burst used as well, which means Jude doesn't have angles on that catwalk. So really, really well played by NKL there. They were able to trade out favorably, and Necro again finding the kills that matter.
Yeah, I'm seeing a pattern here. NKL, they're so good at adapting to what TFX has brought out every single time. Yes, TFX will be able to get the opening frag this time, but NKL, they have a lot of time to still adjust to this assault that's about to happen down in the middle area. And TFX, they've changed their strategies up as well. This time around, they're not going for the mid push. Yes, the Owl Throne will be there to clear it up. But CT, Defender Spawn rather, is still in control off by Nero Bye will be able to secure that for now, as Vuitton is Again, such a menace in B side. Has taken out one already. Still had a lot of utility to his side. As it's now down to Jabolito. And it's all falling apart for TFX. Bye is just hunting him down, taking him out as well.
Man.
And after all said and done, NKL, they've taken us into 11-10, one away from match point.
And the cost of the fight, I don't know if it really needed to be invested there as well. I think maybe he was trying to stop them from going onto the site, perhaps. A bit of an interesting call, but nonetheless, it doesn't really matter. They won the round anyway. I was just wondering why that came out as well. But TFX so quick as well, just to be able to come back with those trades. And overall, we see it a really, really good round, but just NKL being able to edge out just ever so slightly. And now TFX, look at their buy. It's looking a bit, it's a bit sketchy again. Jude doesn't even have the Blade Storm. Okay, he's one away, so maybe they're trying to recover that 8 up just for Jude to have that coming into the round. But most of the players leaning towards A at the moment. The Spike's left outside A lobby, but Elite, look at his position again. He's pushing out B main. No fear from this man.
He's taking a page out of Jude's book this time around. Not playing that
spawn.
Not playing that operator very safely anymore. He's very confident. He's found his confidence after the past 5 rounds and they've won in a row. And it doesn't matter anyway, because if he loses this, he might just be able to pick it up once more in the next round. Heyo will be spotted out by the alarm bot, will be taken out by Arabella. Once more advantage for NKL.
Good trade by Zappy coming in there. And now the rest of the hit looks like semi-active towards A main as the garden pressure is now cut off. But look at they're funneling right into Elite. They're gonna funnel right into Elite. He finds one, but can he get the operator out in time? The blades are with the also Jude's left down to a classic. He doesn't have anything to fight this, so he elects the Cloudburst to get away. And Elite has free reign of spawn right now. Oh, this fight is not very good right now. It's very scary. But Jude finds probably to find suddenly it's a 2 versus 2. What's going on? I'm losing my mind. What's actually going on?
Spike.
Still 2-on-2 with the operator. Finally picked up by Jude this time, so at least he'll have the firepower to work with. But 15 seconds, the time is ticking ever so quickly against the FX favor. They have to go for the side take now, but the headshot will not allow it. Finally, Jude takes care of Necro. 7 seconds, has 2 seconds to go for the spike plant. Hunter Fury will slow him down, hopefully take him out for NKL. But it's now, the tables have turned because Jude has got a lot going for himself with this op on this retake.
Yeah, and he's planning for Garden as well, so if he wants to wrap around, he can, but he's already spotted now. Nero Bye is gonna give it to him. The operator chimes up with 3, and TFX win a round that they really should have no business in there. Elite, the whiff costing him much more than he initially anticipated, I think.
Yeah.
And even though they had 3 players on the A side, they have 4 players leaning towards A. My apologies. They somehow lost the trades. Arabella, the first one to go down as well, and the side take really just crumbled because while Elite was getting killed by Jude and Spawn, Abuelito was able to find one up in A. So they really just lost 2 players simultaneously, and it's really unfortunate because Jude recovered the op and he just tearing the round apart afterwards.
Oh, this game is so close, Josh. I can't believe it. I'm loving every single second of it. Jude, this time picks up the operator last time from Elite X, who does buy his own as well. Remember, it's such a long win streak already for NKL that they are stacked with creds. Even though Nero Bye only has the light shields, they will still be able to keep toe-to-toe in terms of firepower. And as long as they play this very safely, this round should go in the way of NKL, because if the last 22 rounds is of any substance, it's that both teams are very good on the defense. It all boils down to this first kill. It's going to go in favor of TFX as Jude picks up Elite in the battle of the operators. Now that opens up a lot of space for either side of the site, of the map rather.
Yeah, Jude, very unfortunate that he was only able to tag through to the wall there. And now you're running right into the Killjoy as well. He has opted to hang on to these 2 nanostorms, so looking like a bit of a target bait and switch. Set up his baton, gets another one through the cover.
Oh my god.
And he finds the 3rd one as well. The Hunter Crew may just clean him up while Abuelito made himself. But it doesn't matter, he's made it such a good round as well for NKL, and now the lockdown having to be invested here. 3 players coming towards CT. Looks like they want to charge ahead of it. They want to play ahead of this lockdown. Nero Bye straight into the bomb site, and Abuelito, while he's managed to win, and now it's a 1v1. And now does he know that Arabella's up to close stage? I think he knows. He knows exactly what Arabella is, and he has the perfect timing. He turns around. 6 cents from the man, and he's able to keep the round in NKL's favor.
Oh, NKL. That all boiled down to individual gameplay, and Viton almost single-handedly
Match
wins
point.
that round for NKL. But in the end, it's Arabella who does, as he picks up Hamblito on the 1v1. NKL there at match point. TFX, they don't even have Vandals to work with. Only one with just that is Heyo. The rest are stuck with upgraded pistols and Spectres for Explicit and Habolito. So this looks done and dusted for NKL, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah. Honestly, just unreal work there as well. Coming up from Vuitton from Locke's position, he got a second and third kill while he was just spraying blindly,
Yeah.
and that actually single-handedly changed the tides as well. Just unfortunate that they were not able to convert the elite again, walking out of B main. But look at the amount of presence they have to receive this push. They know that he likes to go for this. Stop reloading! Oh no! What's going on? It's crumbling all over again. Oh no, this is deja vu all over again. How are these Eagles being won? And Jude, luckily there to find one kill in return, but he needs a lot more if he wants to get this done.
Oh, NKL, man advantage, firepower advantage. And they have a lot of information as well. They haven't gone for rotations yet because they just wait for any potential sound cue. They know Jude has activated the blades, so they're not risking anything as of now. They know that this can still be winnable by NKL, which is why they're playing very respectfully. Still 12-11, so NKL just holding their angles. There's the sound cue, the cloud bursts, the nano swarms are being activated in response. But Jude has already made his way into the tree area. The plant will finally come through, but it's the retake. I'd say it's gonna be very doable with the lockdown available. Vuitton has spotted out the blades. Not be able to find anything off of that. At least Arabella picks up Jude in the process, so lockdown on top of it. This is gonna be icing on top of this already laid out cake from NKL, as they do pick up Heyo as well, leaving Explicit all alone to fend for himself. Picks up two, is huge with the Spectre. Gonna have to back off, but he is detained. They know exactly where he is, as Sova says, and they're just gonna go for this knife. They're just hunting him down as the defuse is coming through from Vuitton. It's all done. NKL they pick up the first game in this scrim.
Man, what an insane round. How is that round so close as well? How are these ecos so close? I don't understand how they even do this all the time. I believe we saw 2 eco wins alone in that game, and that single-handedly changed the momentum so many times. Just really well played by both teams. It's really a battle of B main and one of mid as well. You see TFX, they really love mid. Similar story. NKL, they really love B main. They've done it multiple times. They continue to push the boundaries, and TFX ultimately coming out second best in this game.
Yeah, both teams were just on point when it comes to defending on Ascent.
Yeah.
Question is, will we be seeing a repeat of that going into the next map, which is Breeze, who TFX actually picked up for themselves. So we might be seeing a huge change of pace, especially with such a huge map. But before we head off into the break, I'd just like to remind everyone that we are having a VP giveaway worth 1,500 plus. So to join that, make sure to type !giveaway in chat and follow all of the instructions. There's no rank limitations, no region limitations. Everyone and anyone can join, so make sure to join that. Again, my name is Zaydam, casting here today with Josh. We'll see you guys after the short break.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to KJC Scrims, brought to you by KJC Esports. So just really quickly before we start, don't forget we have a giveaway going on right now. So if you want to win some VP like me, just type !giveaway in the chat to find out how you can win up to 1,500 VP. Anyway, so we just saw the first map with NKL winning it out, just narrowly edging out TFX on Ascent. But now we come to Breeze. And this is like a very streaky map as well. And I can't wait to see what these teams have to offer on this map.
That's I can't wait either, because remember the last map picked by NKL, won by NKL. This time it's TFX who picked Breeze, and they're going to be starting on the attacking side. And the main difference between Breeze and Ascent, and I would say that in Breeze there are less options when it comes to rotations, right? Because it's such a big map. And without the something like a teleporters from Bind that you can just easily traverse from one side to another, you have to make the decision once. You have to commit to your decision once you've made it, because there's no coming back from it. And that's the main difference on the attack, which is why you can showcase your team fighting, your team fighting prowess in the attacking side, because once you've taken control of site, yes, that's once you go for the site hits, that's when you shine. And I would think that this is another close map, because if the last game was of any substance, is that both teams are pretty closely matched. Let's see what TF6 are gonna bring out in Breeze that we haven't seen before, because remember they picked it.
Yeah, really interesting to see, because this is one of those maps, especially right where your duelist can just pop off, just go ham, absolutely carry the game. And we've seen that out of Elite, out of Jude, Heyo as well, starting to warm up towards the end. I really love to see this map, especially when such great aimers clash. Really gonna be interesting to see what they choose to bring out. I know a lot of teams, they like Sky on this map. I know Viper, obviously a very staple pick on this map. It's like literally impossible to play this map without Viper, so you have to play Viper. And just really a battle of the duelists coming out, and we just have to see what these teams bring to the table, try and adapt to the meta.
Yeah, remember both teams, they actually brought out 2 duelists each. In Ascent, I'm expecting some form of similarity this time around, as the Reyna and Jet does provide a lot of space, a lot of leeway for both teams on both defending and attacking. And I'm expecting both of them to pick that up once more. The question is, will they be following suit with the rest of the picks? Of course, the Viper, like we said, is a staple in this map, easily splits up either side because of how big they are. The toxic screen just finds so much space, more than any controller, I would say. Perhaps as much even as a Cosmic Divide, but the Viper is going to be locked up for both teams. The Cypher are there as well, so you can deny those as site entries from the Jet Tailwind. And we might be seeing another mirror matchup here, Josh.
Yeah, I really like Cypher as well coming in on this map, especially being able to cut off those flanks, being able to lurk mid as well. And I think mid is a very underutilized position on this map. I think you can do a lot more definitely with mid, and having that Sentinel as well, that Cypher having that unlimited range, able to watch the flank for your team while you go on your lurks, I think really it's going to impact a lot of the fight. Interesting to note, no Sky for either of these teams, so we're not going to see any of that wall and then we flash over the wall and we just come into the site. And also very interesting to note that there's going to be no Sage as well. So both of these teams going again for the mirror matchup, and I don't know if they've actually premeditated this, but it's looking kind of scary, because I don't know, they don't flex into any of the variations, but they choose to go in the exact same comps 2 games in a row now.
There's still double duelist, double defense agents, I would say so, on the Cypher and the Viper. And of course, you gotta have a Sova, right? It's just,
of course,
the how huge this map is on top of the information scarcity in Breeze. You gotta have a Sova. And one of the things that I would like to point out is that in Breeze, the main difference between Breeze and Ascent is that you gotta have one member at least on each lane. Of course, you got B main, you got A main, you got mid, where 2 areas are up for contention, or site entries rather, the tunnel and the double doors area, and you've got to have someone watching halls, because halls is sort of like, it sort of injects players onto either the defending spawns site or the back site immediately on bridge, which is why it's so important to guard that area, which is gonna be advantageous for the Cypher on NKL this time on the defense. And once more, ghosts for everyone. Only Nero Bye has the classic, has to buy a little bit of that utility for himself, it's already a lot of noise being made into the elbow area where 4 members of TFX are holding strong.
TFX, look at the pressure, right? A bit of this mid presence once again, and they've pushed actually past each other. So Heyo, the timing not working out his favor, and Elitex could get a flank on his teammates because he was not looking, and good first shot as well. He spots out the second, and now Heyo forced to try and recover this piece as well. His teammates scramble to pick up the bomb. He's gonna get another one. Please come in now. Heyo finally managing to clean up Elite, but he's already done way too much damage, and now TFX left with 2 up against the members of NKL now coming in from elbow, and now they're gonna be trying to flush him down. That's the last one left in an absolutely unwinnable situation. Arabella gets 3K pushing out from B main, and the first round taken away by NKO.
Elite starting the game super decisive, super aggressive, pushing up so far up ahead. The DFX just wasn't ready for it. They weren't expecting to get anyone to walk all that way because there was not a single sound cue from Elite X, which is why they weren't expecting that at all. And who does that? Who walks that far up ahead? It's gonna reward them big time, especially with just the 2 frags was enough to snowball that momentum into their favor as NKL pick up the Spectres this time.
Very unfortunate as well. I think Heyo just missed the timing on that one. Oh, we're just gonna have to let bygones be bygones, move into the next round, you know. You kind of got wiped in that round, but you gotta just move past it, right? So NKL looks like they have 4 Spectres and an Ares as well. We don't see a lot of Spectres on this map for good reason, but I can understand why you want to kind of just invest into the Spectres and try and win the round, but TFX is definitely not without their chances right now. Oh dear me. Look at this position coming out of right now. And now Jude. He's looking for some of this pressure, but nothing given so far. And mid, relatively taken out. There we go. That's Elite gone from the picture. And now mid trying to be taken care by Arabella, and Necro finds another one. So now it's a 1-for-1 trade, and TFX looks like they want to hedge their bets towards the B side.
But at least good job for TFX refragging onto that kill to Elite X, so they still managed to take it into equal numbers. They're still looking for more as they, like I said, look to try and split the side. There's a vague idea from NKL that they are going to hit this as the information now given away, but a toxic screen as Zero Bye Bye is such a stronghold. He picks up 2, brings up the ghost for a 3rd kill, and he just doesn't even, he just walks unscathed. NKL telegraphed round 2.
Yeah, so much time bought there as well. With the Viper smoke, the Molly as well going down the snake bite. Just so much time being bought there. And TFX, they don't really have much time, and they know that the longer they wait, the more the map's going to be probably felt out. And they have to just make a move now, walking straight into Nero Bye-Bye. So an easy 3K for him. And now the guns are coming back in for TFX. They have 5 Vandals on the board. And NKL opted to just stay with their guns. So looks like it's gonna be a good round for TFX, and they should definitely win it cleanly.
Elite's looking super confident, not even buying an upgrade to the Sheriff. He's gonna push this, not gonna find anyone, but this information at least doesn't get the kills, but he spots out 2 or at least 3 of the members of TFX. So expecting them to back off from this as Heyo picks up that lurking Reina. Here comes the side take, the entry, the tail of the wind, the cloud bursts, blocking out the vision, but Zero Bye Bye just doesn't care, pushing it against all odds. 3-on-4 still, spike hasn't been planted, and it's just a stronghold down, and A slowly being dismantled by TFX with the huge gun advantage, as Viton's gonna have to walk the long route into A site. It's a struggle to find any kills for the Spectre and Breeze, man.
Yeah, it's just really tough. Now Vuitton left in a 1-versus-4. He'd be lucky to even get one of these kills now. He does have the camera to work with, try and maybe bait out something. Jude's looking the wrong way. Okay, so that's the first field given up. If he can find the second one, then I'm gonna not count anything out right now, but it looks like he's gonna be delayed. He's gonna be flanked. Oh, good shot. Oh, okay. That was looking very good for a second for Vuitton, but Explicit keeps it in the hands in their favor. And he puts up the first round on the board for TFX.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what TFX is gonna bring out right now, that it's equal footing for both teams. Last round, yeah, telegraph for it to go their way, because it was the bonus essentially. This time, Empress available for Jude, and I'm expecting them to play this very slowly, or they could go for an unconventional push, maybe down in halls, maybe take control of mid this time, as they love doing in Ascent. But they do have a lot of time in their hands. Maybe they could go for the default.
Perhaps so, because Elite now looking for any of this information. Jabalito, the drone already spawning out one towards A. And TFX is really playing for this information game right now. Not giving anything up and just waiting out the map slowly as Heyo lurking up towards B. Some utility exchange here at A main, so they really want to try and get this pressure out early. Maybe see if there's any gaps being found in the defense. And Heyo, well, Arabella's pushed out elbows, so you can't, I guess, you outflank the flankers. So that's a lot of the B presence down there. Now Arabella, look at the amount of information he's getting. He's calling it clear right now. So they either have to accelerate because the Cypher is now rotating in as well. So nothing going away, but Zappy finds one out of pulse. So that alleviates the Sentinel pressure and NKO. Able to find another one in the mid. So this is very messy round. They haven't committed anywhere as well, TFX.
They're all over the map, both teams. As fight now happening down in mid. Arabella will be swinging it for the better for himself against Zappy. Still 2-on-4, so TFX, they might just be able to do it. But with Jabalito falling,
30 seconds left.
there's no way Explicit will be able to go for this with just the light shield. At least he does have the spike. But against the onslaught of 4 members, Necro is the one to secure the round for NKL. 3-1. This time, it's them starting the game strong with 2-round advantage.
Yeah, you can see that just really giving up picks one by one. NKL able to press the issue in mid. They spotted out 2 or 3 players with that owl drone in A main. And just being able to gather that information, knowing that you could probably take some of these fights at mid. Just really working out for that favor. You see Elite X and Arabella just making use of that space. Able to find out 2 lurks as well. Forced into the B side. And they were really left on 1 leg by that point. And just cleaning up the round real easy. So, gonna be another eco coming in from TFX.
Blades not ready for his Zappy, so only the Sheriff for him this time as he falls prey to the Huntress herself, the Empress, Arabella. Doesn't even have to commit the Empress to go for that kill, but has it at the ready if he wants to commit that this time around. And again, NKL, they started off strong. They stopped the bleeding before it's even begun from TFX. Arabella's looking at another cheeky push down in mid. Spots one, but he gets dinked away by Jabalito. And once more, TFX equalized.
Yeah, but look at NKL. Just so willing to take up this pressure, and TFX recognize this as well. They drone him out as well. If they're able to get Elite pushing down mid, they could get a gun upgrade as well, which could be a good prospect coming back into the round. But now the Dart's gonna scan him as well, and he's getting pinched from both angles. But the reinforcements are here. Necro, Druid finds one as well. Necro needs to find something here out from middle before this round gets out of hand. Necro finds one as well, but they know exactly where he is. And NKL thankfully has rotated up into A. He has the spike as well, and Druid left in a 1 versus 2 situation.
Oh,
Empress.
he wants this, Josh. He wants this so bad.
he
Activates
does.
the Empress, goes for the spike plant. Watching the perfect angle, but against 2 members, he's got the information on both of them as he picks up Nero bye-bye. He's gone bye-bye now. And now it's a 1 versus 1. Very doable for Jude as he throws away the pistol for the baits. Perfect timing and the empty. Jude, monstrosity, picks up that round with the Empress.
With nothing more than a Marshal as well. Able to find all of those kills in mid. Great trading as well. The Empress propped, and you know, once you get into those man-down situations, the Empress is just so good at thinning out the numbers as well. There's just nothing really compares to it, especially in those finding those one-on-ones, being able to isolate, dismiss as well, immediate heal, full reset for the Empress, and Jude making full use of that as well. Coming back in, thrifty round, a huge round to win, and look at the buy. NKL forced onto absolutely nothing. Elite X got 1 hero gun. But it's all sheriffs from here on out for NKL.
Jude once more, the unsung hero of TFX, was able to clutch that one out. Instead of that, it's turned around to the better of TFX as Zappy's riding the momentum wave high, opening up that A site, picks up 2 already. And that's just gonna signal the rotations. The rest of the member of TFX, they have committed the neural theft as well, as Jude picks up 2 of his own. Hero bye-bye will be spotted out by the tripwire. Now everyone's crashing down on him. Jude's leading the charge, as well as Zappy. Guns to work with, and they will not be able to. Nero bye-bye will not be able to pick up a single kill off of that one. 3-3 on the board.
And this is really what you want, right? You want the duelists to start heating up on this map. You want the aim to start coming online. Jude's doing that. Exactly what we needed from this man being the star player. But on the other side, Arabella doing such a good job as well, especially on the defense. This is really a attacking sided map. So Arabella already getting off to that great start as well. We haven't seen any operators come online so far. So I'm just waiting to see what they have in store when that comes online. But so far, it's been looking like a very even game.
That's very true. Same as last game, where we thought it's gonna be a quick one, but NKL, they made us realize that it's not, as they do pick up that the game for themselves. Explicit is deciding whether he should push this. He gets peeked out by Elite X. They're gonna be backing off both of them for now. A Spike still being paraded by that Viper slowly down in the middle area. Still no commits happening. Both teams looking for any information and frag to go either way, because it's potentially gonna be an expensive round for both teams. Both Viper spits are available. Every single member of NKL have their ultimates up as well. And Arabella will fall prey to Zappy. And this is just gonna signal the site take to happen from TFX. Biton is holding strong in B site. Hasn't been discovered yet, but he will be for now. Heyo is keeping him in check. And Biton is gonna get the better end of it. Finally getting taken care of by the refrag. And Zappy's looking at the perfect angle. The perfect headshot will leave Elitex all alone with the blades. Let's see if he will be the hero this time for NKL.
Nothing really much for Elitex as well. He may kind of want to hold onto this gun to try and have some of a chance next round, but I think he has the blade, so he's more than willing to give this a good go if he can. He's already peering in, and Habolito doesn't want to be careful not to give anything up. He's given him the 1v1. Habolito's not terrified of this man at all. Explicit. Okay, he's gonna get crossfired by Zappy, but Habolito really giving it to him there. Could have been a bit scary, but understandable, trying to get some of this momentum back. He's not been having a great game, so padding some of the stats could be a good look as well coming in the coming rounds.
Yeah, a little bit over confident, I would say, from NKL, as they had a lot of utility to start that round off for themselves, opting to go for the 1 versus 1 trades, the raw 1 versus 1s instead. They just didn't win it. It punishes them big time this time. It's again the sheriffs for them, as Arabella still has the Empress, so might just be doable once more for the hero, but never mind that. Zappy has already taken care of the Empress. Explicit is pushing it up because he knows that Explicit is here, and it's gonna get the better end of the swing against Elite X. 3-on-5.
Yeah, Jude already pressuring up the list here, and now only the Marshal here to receive them, so nothing much to it, and Heyo finds the con as well, so that's really nothing else to do with it. It's a team ace as well for the attackers as they clean up the round nice and easy, just winning all of their 1v1s across the map. But here's the buyback for NKL. Let's see if they choose to invest into the operator. Elite has 4750, but looks like, oh, there it is! The glass cannon operator is online, and this is exactly what I've been waiting for, Datum.
Yeah, both teams have been contesting the Halls area for so long. And with Elite finally holding on to that big gun, let's see if we'll be able to start the game strong, the round strong with that said glass cannon. Man hasn't been able to frag out so far. This might be a turning point for him, as he does have the biggest gun in the game. But unfortunately for him, no one from TFX is pushing the Halls area. That's just how it goes, man.
It's just how it is, right? I mean,
yeah.
Every time somebody pushes there, and now suddenly you have the operator, no one goes there. Jude coughing some dinks in mid as Arabella wins out the Reyna 1-on-1. So now NKL forced on the back foot, and now they're looking to re-aggress on this situation. Zappy finds one as well, leveling the odds. And Arabella, he's not satisfied with that as Necro finds another one. Oh, good shooting there by Necro, and he's looking for more as well, as Explicit's gonna give it to him. And now it's now a 2 versus 4 as well. The good thing is they have some of this forward real estate by Heyo, but what can he make of this as well? Can he double up on the kills to give them a fighting chance back into the round?
You gotta remember the 1 versus 1 between Elite. Zappy is won by Elite, who doesn't have the op, but that's information from Heyo. The flank is now gone. Doesn't get the connect on the peeping head from Necro. At least no one's pushing him for now, so he does have the liberty to go anywhere he pleases.
30 seconds left.
But it's just a side hold from the last 2 members of NKL. They don't have to do anything, they just have to bide their time. Habolito to be spotted out by Nero. Bye-bye. Gonna be the peek from Necro. And that's spike control with a 3k for Necro. Hey, yo. Be saying hey and bye-bye to Nero. But 13 seconds, he's just looking for the exit frags. He spots out Nero. Necro, rather. The 1 versus 1, looking for the spike plant here because there's not enough creds, not enough time either. And he will not even be able to get this spike plant. Neither any kills as well. This is just the peaks. Oh, it actually picks up the Necro as well. But it doesn't matter because the Arabella picks up the up and takes us one step closer into even scoreline once more.
You know, one thing I will be saying is these teams sure like to hold on to their ultimates because this has been quite a while that these ultimates have been online. So I want to see Nero Bye-Bye. Okay, he's invested in the judge, so most likely it's going to be Viper's Pit judge on B. And it's going to be more of a heavy lean towards the A side like we see here. So I like this look as well. They have the Empress to try and defend A as well. So it's looking good as well. But again, the up in halls. Finally. And there it is.
The first frag from Elite X finally making that up pay dividends. As this time it's the man advantage for NKL, and they want to take this round for themselves. They've used the Viper's Pit early on as well in B site, so a lot of members are making their way onto the other side of the map. As Elite X falls once more against Zappy. That's the second win that with an up. It's 4-on-4. He's made it an equalized manpower, but Arabella looking to take that advantage, denying that push from Heyo. Tailwind's gonna be there. Blades activated by Zappy. Hasn't found anyone as of yet, but Viton has been pushed. Doesn't get the frag, the right click. That's just gonna allow the neural theft and the cleanup from Arabella and Viton. Takes us into 5-5. NKL takes us to equal scoreline.
Yeah, they used almost every single ultimate as well. The Hunters for really good displacement there coming out from Necro, forcing them into Vuitton as well, playing on site. And I think losing that first pick as well in Halls really left them on one leg, you know, because you lose the Viper early on, and that's not really a good look. You don't really have anything to try and pressure this side, which is why it's so important that the Viper stays alive throughout the commotion. But again, four ultimates online for TFX. Let's see what they have in store for us. Oh man.
Happy once more, third time in a row, will win the Battle of the Jets. As Hunter's Fury committed early on. Remember, NKL invested so much in the last round, so TFX have the ult advantage as they do still have 3 up, Neural Theft and Viper's Pit available for them. So as long as they take control of site, they just have to invest the Viper's Pit. They just have to get Explicit in a prime position where he can invest it. And with Jude leading the charge here and taking out Viton, it's gonna give them that leeway that they need.
But look at this luck here by Heyo. If he could catch out Arabella as well, this could maybe be interesting. But he's given up the position with nothing else to it. And now Arabella looks like they doesn't give it to him. But Nero Bye-Bye. Last one left in the 1 versus 4. Good shot! What a shot onto Jude as he takes him down, walking off through Swan. And now it's a 1 versus 3. I know that was all for style, but that looked really damn good. Man.
Zappy would just pick him up. Deny that operator pickup from Nero Bye-Bye, and TFX takes us into 6-5, potentially forcing NKL into another eco as Viton will not even be able to pick up a Spectre, let alone an upgraded pistol. And he's just not having a good time this time around. And the flanks from KO as well has been working out quite decently. It's a toss coin, right? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Last time it was able to spot out Arabella mid rotation. Yes, he was able to get that kill in the end, but gets refragged instantly. So it's still 6-5. The storyline is still very, very close as Zappy once more edges it out against Elite X. And it's looking to be a side take onto A.
You're done.
Oh, Arabella again catching out the looks. Hail has not been having fun on these B looks as well. Really copping the bullet for Arabella and Necro. Well, he's got another one to us, Explicit, and now the Viper's off the board. Zappy again, finding another one in mid, but Jude's walking in here, and he's going to get one to Nero Bye-Bye. So now the A side's open for the taking, but where is the spike exactly? It's a bit far away, but now they're finally going to get it down in a 2 versus 3 retake scenario.
It's Arabella though and Viton, both members very frag heavy, given what they're supposed to do. They've been doing a fantastic job of getting more kills than what they're supposed to, but it's a 2-on-3 with operator against them, so Arabella and Viton's got their work cut out for them. Zappy with the 3k, and it's Habolito who cleans Arabella up 7-5. So it all boils down to the pistols once more. Well, if NKL secures that one, they will be at a perfect position as they essentially will be able to equalize things. But what will they be able to bring to the table on this attacking side? The ghosts are coming through. The double duelists, we have yet to see Elite X step up. Yes, he has been picking up the operators left and right, but every single time it seems like Zappy just wins it against him. Just raw 1v1 dueling. He hasn't been able to step up. So time is ripe for him to do so.
And I think that's not good as well because now they're on the attacking half. So the defensive half is really where you want the operator to shine. And now coming into the offensive half, we're going to have to see what kind of momentum he can string together because he has the Sheriff right now. So he's tasked with the job of cleaning up a lot of these rounds. On the other side, we see Zappy and Jude. They're topping the scoreboard, and this is exactly what you want.
My eyes are down.
Zappy going for the push, gets Necro, pants down. And Arabella's looking super confident with the Sheriff, looking for the punish, but Vuitton is this time is the one who lurks and gets it against Jude, taking a page out of Heyo's book. And now the crash down is actually happening from TFX. They're pushing up the middle area so far, also so is Halls, and they have a vague idea that the spike plant is gonna be here, so at least they're at the perfect position to go for this. Potentially gonna deny them of the positions that they need to go to. NKL. Zappy,
My
taking
goodness.
one to the cranium, courtesy of Arabella. And another! Taking that to a 1-1-4 as Heyo, the lurking Cypher, gonna have to make some damage with just this ghost.
No, yeah, 1 versus 4 as well. And look at the position coming out from Vuitton as well. Even if he does get 1 kill, he's gonna get shot in the back, like literally right now.
Oh,
Yeah, that's gonna be annoying. It's gonna be a cleanup by NKL as Heyo does his... He does his best, but not able to do that. Arabella, can we just go back to him? What a two fantastic Sheriff shots coming out as well. He just shakes off the utility, you know, the shotguns were coming towards him, the snake bite there as well.
Doesn't
He
care.
just shakes off, he's like, okay, well, you're forcing me to peek, but I'll peek anyway. All right, I'll just peek. All right, I'll peek and I'll kill you. That's fine.
it's so good to see. And look at him. He's just not even picking up the Spectre for himself. So confident with just the Sheriff. I think to make a repeat of what happened the last round, and KL, they are in pretty good position to do so because TFX are not going for the force. Elite X
my.
takes out Zappy once more. He is not having a good time. And finally, Elite X will be winning that duel this time around as Vuitton going for the double punish. Finally gets taken out by Jude, but it's still a 4-on-3. And then KL has a huge firepower advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. Now and TFX coming in right now for this retake as they're gonna get wrapped here by Jude. Jude actually finds 2 for himself, and now the round's up in the air, and now it's NKL needs to find something here. Elite. All right, Elite's done it, and now Jude's now in B main. He's staring down the barrel, and Nero Bye-Bye's coming in from the side. Okay, again another very scary round, but we do make it in the end. Man, why are these ecos so scary every single time, dude?
I know, and we've said it before. Elite, the time is ripe for him to pop off, and with him winning that 1 versus 1 against Zappy this time, who has been punishing him every single time to go for a 1 versus 1, signals to me that Elite is ready for this assault. 7-7 on the scoreline. NKL, they're about to show us why it is a map that they like, that they do perform very well. Remember, this is a TFX map, and so far no one's been edging it out, and that's because both teams are very closely matched. It's all gonna boil down to how NKL is gonna perform on this attacking, because Breeze is a little bit more attacking favored, I would say.
Absolutely. Now the drone coming in as well. They looks like they want to take this A side quickly, and why shouldn't they? Because it's right open for the taking, and looks like they want to back up because NKL has now found the pick in mid. So now mid is open for the taking. Now Zappy trying to recover some of this aggression. He needs to be very careful.
Elite.
He's walking right into the scope, and Elite heating up. This is what we wanted to see from him.
All he needed was 14 rounds to heat up, but he will be shut down this time by Explicit, who is holding the gates down in B's side. Nero Bye-Bye has inched his way forward, but with a beautiful headshot.
What a shot.
Take care of that snake. Pabolito is the one trying to go for this solo retake. He's gonna be taking care of Nero Bye-Bye, but it's doable for NKL. Even with just the Sheriffs, they're scary with that pistol. Even though it's a 2-on-2, look at Necro exhibiting to us why they're forced to be reckoned with on this attacking. Not even gonna give the 3rd round for TFX. Picks up the upgrades for themselves as well. And NKL, they're looking ready to take this game out for themselves.
Man, what can we even say about that? Honestly, what just happened? NKL just built div. Honestly, they just got the first pick. They had the A side open. You know, they droned it out. They saw that 2 players were there, but they were so far removed from the side. They could have easily went in there and they could have easily planted the bomb. But Elite X got the first kill in mid, so they were literally just like, okay, you know what? The A side, we know it's clear, but we can just find kills in mid, so why shouldn't we?
Oh. The effects, they have to recuperate soon. They have to regroup. They have to reassess their strategies because so far all their defense have been dismantled by NKL, and partly because Elite X has kind of been popping off. Don't let the scoreboard fool you. Even though he is bottom fragging right now, the amount of kills that he's picked up in the last couple of rounds is just amazing. And he hasn't been stopping soon. Updraft onto a perfect position to catch anyone overzealously peeking that bridge area. Cloudburst to help out Arabella as well. Man is on fire, and look at the positioning, the sight angles that NKL is holding. They're not even gonna let Zappy take out a single tap away, and no one's fallen as of yet. Heyo and Explicit have their work cut out for them. Explicit chipping a bit of damage, taking out Necro, okay. But again, the NKL, they're stacked with creds. They don't care if one of two members falls out. They just want the kills, they want the rounds, and they're taking us into a 2-round advantage already.
Yeah, unfortunately as well, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a disconnect coming through. So Explicit doing his bit down this right now to try and find anything. Going for exit kills as well, and they're going to find AO. So a little bit of crit farming coming out from NKL. Explicit trying to recover some of his weaponry. No, actually, wait, he was trying to die, but he doesn't manage to. So his economy is going to be shattered coming into this round.
No.
Okay. Oh, dear. Yeah, 2,700. Look at that.
Unfortunate for Explicit. He just wanted to die, but
Yeah.
let me in. That was why he was shouting right there, but just in the nick of time, he wasn't able to. And a pause being called out here by TFX. They know that they have to recuperate. Yes, on top of it is Heyo being disconnected as well, but so far in this defense, they have yet to step up. We have yet to see the TFX that we saw in the last half. That was just such a convincing force to be dealt with. And now NKL have dismantled them ever so easily. They have to try and get back from this. Otherwise, it's going to be the NKL show. Zappy looking to be that deterrent, picking up the operator. But what can they do? They have to try and get those early on frags that NKL have seemed to be finding so much success with.
Yeah, and I think don't let the scoreboard fool you, just like you said in the previous rounds. Elite X, he was sitting, I believe, on 5 or 6 kills, but the kills that he's been finding, these openings as well, especially in that third round, the bonus round, well, that was a brilliant opening. He found 2 towards mid as well. Elite X is actually worth his weight in gold right now. And on the side of NKL, their defense has been looking shaky, if I'm very honest. It's not been looking good. It's not been looking for TFX, their defense has not been looking like the TFX that we know as well. Pablito's not having a great game. Explicit, apart from like a few good showings here and there, it's not been good as well. And Hale not having any success, especially not being able to lurk as much on this defensive half with the amount of map control that NKL has taken. Yeah, just all around, not finding any success across the board. And I think that's what it comes down to. When you're not able to enable, when you're unable to enable these players as well, it really comes down to the duel list. And now Zappy is just losing his 1v1 to Elite. So what you really got here as well.
That's true. NKL. And this is what I was talking about earlier as well. When it comes to these big maps like Breeze or Icebox, the attacking side is where you can really showcase that team fighting prowess, playing off each other, getting those refrags, getting those trades. This is where you can showcase that, because once you open up a site with a single kill, you might get traded out. But when you've got the refrag to come through, that's when your team shines. And that's what NKL is exhibiting to us right now. Look at the scoreboard. 14 kills on Arabella. Elite X on the bottom half of the board is not that far off. Only 4 kills behind. And that's just because they're so good at not letting a single kill be unanswered for, which is why TFX is struggling. Even though they pick up the first frag every once in a while in this defense, it's easily answered back because NKL, they're not playing it fast and loose when it comes to the attacking.
Yeah, and I think what we saw again is that weak is a very mid is a very weak point as well, especially for all these matches. And you can see that mid really being exploited for this game, just like I talked about in the draft. If teams can really exploit mid, they can really do a lot.
Because once you start to pinch in from A, start to pinch elbow, you start to go towards B, it's really difficult for the defenders to hold on, especially having that one guy backside. You segment off CT as well with the Viper wall. This is really hard to do with these dual prong approaches, especially on Breeze. And we can see them just really exploring the space given to them by the opposite team.
Loving the adaptation as well from NKL. They know that Heyo loves lurking so much, which is why they're always ready for it this time, and they're leaving Wutan on the other side of the map, going for the lurks himself, and they will be spotted out by the Owl drone. But so far, they haven't even committed to this side push, and they're taking a lot of control on that part of the map. They sent the Owl drone into the Halls area. That's gonna force out Habolito for now. But they are signaling that they do want for this rotation, because they know that there's a lot of members down in A side right now, which is why they're calling for the quick rotate onto B. But Elite picking up Habolito, the man once more opens things out in the round. Finally, he gets taken care of by Zappy on that up, but still an equalized manpower for both teams.
Yeah, it looks like they want to hit B as well. They know the operator was last seen towards A, so it's looking to be a quick retake as well. The blind goes down and explicit. They trade favorably as well, so now it's a 2 versus 3. They want to invest the Viper Spit into the situation just to be able to guarantee the round as well. The last 2 players are miles away, so you have to walk all the way here. And it looks like they are already cutting their losses. They look like they want to save already. Heyo just backing out into the A side, and Zappy looking for any exits that he can find. So overall, a wise choice. I like this from TFX, but they really need to start getting some of these rounds now.
I mean, NKL demonstrated once more that they are so good playing as a team, going for the refrags. Remember, Elite X did fall in that encounter against Zappy, and Arabella fell as well on the side take, but they were just able to refrag. They were able to answer back immediately, which left them with a man advantage. And that's enough for them to secure this round. Maybe if this was a equalized manpower, Zappy and Heyo might be going for a push, but they don't want to risk it because Zappy's gone for the operator. Doesn't want to get punished off of that. And now, because of how well they just executed that attack, NKL, they're in double digits. 2 away from match point. A lot of creds to their side. Gonna open up the operator pickup for Elite X. So they're looking scary once more.
Yeah, I like what they did in that round. Elite once again, as we know, just open up the rounds as well. But immediately, once he spots out the operator, you can see that the immediate call was to just rotate back, to drop back, and to just hit B. They immediately go back. Even though Elite goes down, they put up the wall to instill a bit of uncertainty. Hold that thought, and Zappy finds the first one of the Arabella, and this is a change of pace I haven't seen in a bit from TFX, and I am loving it. Elite's trying to gain some of this ground back as well. You know he's been so good towards the openings, but what happens now? What happens when you don't have the opening? Because the drone goes out towards mid as well, and they're calling it clear. So, nothing much to work with NKL. Zappy finds another one to Elite X. We haven't seen this yet as Necro finds one onto Jude to try and take away some of this pressure, but the map falls silent as we reset in a 3v4.
Rotation is being called out by NKL. They're still 3 members strong. Looking for any potential lurkers. Luckily for them, no one's going for that right now from TFX because they don't have to. They have a man advantage. They have the operator as well that can hold the fort down in B, which is why they're going to the other side of the map, to the other side, to A, which is where they're going to be met with open arms by Heyo, who this time around is not lurking. But he is spotting the information for his team, calling for the rotations. He's calling for backup right now. There's no more time for the rotation for MKL, so they have to commit to this push. Even though they don't have any ultimates left to work with, they have to. It's just not enough time. As Necro, opens up that site with a single kill, spots out and takes out KO as well. Takes us into a 1 versus 1. He's gonna go for this plan because Explicit is a little bit too far behind. It's a 1 versus 1 between him and the Viper.
It's been all Necro this round as well. I don't know how he managed to do that through the trip as well, and now it's a 1 versus 1. The timing could catch him off guard, but listen, keeps the round in TFX's favor. They found the advantage as well, but Necro with some individual brilliance coming in through that trip as well. They knew where he was as well, but he was somehow able to get some free kills. He first found Zappy. The Viper on the side didn't last, the Hail on the side didn't last much longer, and then he turned his attention towards Habolito. That was all Necro in that round. And man, did he make that look extremely close.
Yeah, great job from TFX actually bouncing back from this. Look at their scoreline, their creds game. If they weren't able to pick that round up, they will not have anything going for them. They barely have any going in this next round. But NKL, they're looking stacked with creds. At least at TFX, they were able to minimize their losses and buy themselves a bit more time. And as long as they hold on to their lives and use their ultimates to disadvantage, it's basically a done and dusted round for them with the operator in Zappy's hands. Remember, Zappy's been scary all game long. All boils down to will he be able to pick up his first frag this time? Gets the shot, but not the kill. And the Viper spit down in B side is gonna force the push down in A.
Yeah, the tag, not the frag as well. As you managing to retain this life as well. Okay, the dot comes out, the wall as well. It looks like they want to hit the A side real quick, but again, the Hunter's Fury just to disrupt, just to delay as Habolito doesn't even let the spike go down. The spike's down in the middle of Pyramid. Elite is doing his best to fight back, but Heyo out from the corner of the box, managing to find one. They look at the try and spam him out, but immediate reply as well onto Vuitton, and now it's left all onto Elite X, and he's got nothing to it as 3 players from TFX clean up the round really easily, and somehow, some way, they managed to retake the site despite all the utilities, starting with that amazing ult by Habolito.
Oh, TFX, they've found their footing, it seems like. And now, they have no ult to work with. They do have the Neural of Theft, but they don't have the Viper Spit anymore. Neither do they have the Hunter's Fury. So this time, it's gonna be a battle of wits, a battle of aim, as both teams finally stacked up with creds, equalized in firepower. Let's see if this round is pivotal for both teams. Whoever gets his first frag like that. NKL, they found an advantage, and TFX equalized, but he's looking at the perfect angle. Elite Hex, you have to be careful with this peak, but Chud will be winning that swing. It's a 3-on-4 as NKL just falling apart for them for now. Let's see what they're gonna do to recuperate.
You remember the last time they were in this situation, Neko were able to bail them out. Just so close to bailing them out. My apologies. And here he is again, thrust into the hot seat as now Jude looking for more of these kills, more towards mid as well. And they look like they want to give it to Nero Baba is holding this angle, so he needs to be careful not to over-aggress. Baton firing off some shots, so now we know one thing is towards the window, the snakebite to force him off as well. And now he's forced to give that up. They're walking up towards elbow, and they have one player on B to receive. That's gonna be explicit hugging the back of the site.
No Viper Spit available, remember, for both teams, so it's all gonna boil down to the peaks. And speaking of peaks, Blizzard has been taken out. So now 3-on-3. Spike is now being planted by Necro. So that's the good reposition from the last two members of NKL, who with the help of Nero Bye-Bye will be able to pick up the man advantage. And gets another nasty trick as well.
What is going on?
Gonna leave Habolito all alone in the McDonald's area, but he's been spotted out by the Owl Drone. Nero with the op is such a nasty boy. Doesn't need any ult to work with because he's got an ace. And got the Viper Spit already for the next one. So NKL, they're looking primed to get match point.
Man, just get this man on Jet, please. How? He's so good with the operator. We saw in the last map as well, he was the one picking up the operator when the Jet wasn't coming in, and he's been making it look so good as well. How does he keep doing this again and again? Just ridiculous stuff from Nero Bye-Bye. He's top of the scoreboard as well, 17 and 11. And I think interesting to note, look at the side of TFX. Look at their buy. They've got two marshals coming in, a sheriff. Oh, this is looking like 12 on the board for NKL.
Here.
Viper Spit ready as well because of that ace. So many kills, so many ultimate orbs because of those. And they're looking to make this one quick. Bladestorm leading the charge. Elite picks up Zappy in the process. Phantom on his hands as well, waiting for the peek from Habolito, but they get crossfired by Heyo. He's gonna find another action. This is gonna be so hard for NKL to bounce back from, but at least they have claimed that real estate for themselves with a nasty flick from Necro. What is happening, Josh? Every single number from NKL is just absolutely insane. Yes, they have taken control of the site, but explicit, they might not be ready for this lurk.
They might not be, and explicit finds one as Heyo. Through the wood finds Arabella, so now it's left all onto Necro. He's been looking so good. Look at how crisp his aim is, shoots out from door as well. And he may not expect this close angle from Necro. And he finally managing to spawn him out. So TFX, they do take the round as well. And Eco no less, and a much needed round go in their favor. But what is this? What is going on? What is the aim we're seeing out from this man, Necro, right now?
Oh, that side hold actually was what won them that round. They were able to take out Nero Bye-Bye. And they were able to deny Nero Bye-Bye rather from getting into a position where he could commit the Viper Spit, which is why they won that round. Picks up the operator as well for TFX, and even though NKL, we saw it ourselves, even though they've been so on point with the aim, TFX is just able to shut them down immediately. Pick up the upgrades for themselves, buying themselves a lot more than what they hoped for. And this time Necro committing the Hunter's Fury will get nothing out of it, but at least NKL falls, and so far NKL is completely falling apart for them as TFX has just killed them all mid-side take. And what the heck just happened, Josh? I don't know. TFX with a flawless 11-11.
How are these frags coming in
So
so
fast.
quickly as well? Yeah, I know. Okay, I think they tried to pincer in. They tried to just push off the jet dash as well, but a great three-way crossfire. You can see, like, I think on the map, I believe there was a camera towards A, or someone's pushed up A, because the rotations were coming in so fast for TFX. They already had 3 members ready to receive that side hit. As soon as Elite bashed in, the crossfire was already in position. The support system just all around playing it to a T.
Definitely. TFX, they forced NKL to an eco, and
Again.
they've turned the game around. Jude picking up Nero Bye-Bye is huge. And that's actually one of the top fraggers from NKL. With the Viper Spit gone as well. It's huge turn for TFX to try and close this one out immediately. Remember, they're 1 away from match point. Both teams are, so every single kill has all the more intensity to it. As
I know
Wait on
exactly
picks up Cabolito. He actually committed the neural theft, which is quite surprising to me because they don't have any guns to work with. Necro will pick up 1, but the response is 3 from Zappy. And that's just 12-11 on the board. Match point for TFX.
Yeah, NKL now playing on the back foot as well. They have a buy coming back at this one, but now they are fighting against match point. Well, for TFX, they need to win this map. Remember to push it to a map 3, and NKL, all they need is to win 3 rounds on the trot, and they will be your champions tonight. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Interesting. I think we have to really give a shout out to Heyo as well. Explicit. I think they've really been stepping out as well in these past few rounds. And Elite, he has been finding the openings very consistently earlier on this half, but he's suddenly silenced by so much of this utility coming back to force him away from these angles. And I think
Do
it
you
can't
see
be
that dot,
understated.
Josh? What is
Yeah, what
that
is-
dot?
yeah,
It's
what is- what is-
absolutely massive. But he's gonna be holding the halls area for now with that massive red dot. Oh, the timing! Just didn't work out for him. Fortunately, he will survive the encounter from the operator this time. TFX, they only have to hold the doors. They only have to deny this Viper Spit from happening. And Zappy is tasked with just a ginormous task of holding this round, but he will not be able to. And the plant is now coming through. So is the Viper Spit.
Spike planted.
Gonna have to be the retake for the 2 members of TFX.
Yeah. Big Crosshair, he needs to make some big plays right now, no cap, because they're now in a 2 versus 5. He's in the red as well, so an operator up against a Viper Spin. Well, at least he has a big Crosshair, so he may be able to hit something, but Elite taking him out immediately. What's more Crosshairs better, I guess, Jude. The Empress is the exact ult he wanted in this situation, but it doesn't matter, Arabella's got him, and we have overtime on our hands, Datum.
NKL taking us
sides.
into overtime again.
Overtime.
The pistols, or rather the overtime, is I'm not sure how this is gonna pan out given how both teams have managed to perform so far. We went into the second half thinking that NKL, there's no way TFX is gonna bounce back from a 5-round consecutive loss, right? But that's exactly what they did. And now we're into overtime. NKL, they have to make this operator work from Elite X. And seeing how he has progressed from not a very effective jet to one of the best that we've seen tonight, he might just be able to take NKL the distance.
No, they sure need him to step up right now. If there was any time to do it, Elite X, you need to be the hero that takes your team home. I need a bit more from Arabella as well if they want to really take this over the line. A quick hit is what the doctor ordered. Apparently, Zappy going straight in as Nero Bye-Bye caught on an island. And this hit is looking so good already as the blind comes up. It's trying to lace anything, something at all, but it's not doing much of anything right now as the retake needs to come in at 4 versus 4 behind the wall.
Here we go. Nero Bye-Bye has fallen. That's one key member for NKL that's gone, but at least they have they have good positions to work with. They've taken mid control as well, but they have to be careful because they just have to get the frags. Necro actually picks up that kill onto Habolito. Arabella picks up Explicit as well. It's now an all-out war zone in this site as Arabella picks up another. We get the Devourer for that healing. The Crossfire will get the better end of it against him. And it's all down to Elite X to try and find something with this off, but from behind, Jude will take care of him. A 3k as well. 13-12 once more. NKL against the ropes.
Switching sides.
Yeah.
Match point.
Absolutely disrespecting the Viper utility there. You can see he put everything down, but Zappy straight in there. I guess that's well, one of the advantages that comes with playing Jet, I guess. Jude carrying the game right now. He's got 31 kills to his name. Next highest on the board is Zappy with 23. The other three players not looking to do much, but so much impact, especially from Heyo in that round. That luck being able to cut off those 2 kills on the site, left it in a 1 versus 2, and Heyo really getting a lot of value from that luck. But look at this aggression again from TFX. They aren't stopping. They got stopped the last round, but this is not stopping them because 3 players of NKL are not forced back.
Oh, they're sticking to their roots. They're going for the routes that they know has worked for them before in TFX. They're not wasting any time at all as they pick up Elite X. NKL will be able to equalize the score with that op shot from Nero Bye Bye. And this time around, at TFX, they've been dismantled.
Yeah, I can't help but get a little bit excited when I see Nero Bye Bye on the ops. He's got the operator online as well, and this is so exciting. Like, we love to see him on the op. He's so proficient with this weapon as well, and it's so interesting to know how as soon as Elite X dies, he just immediately takes up the mantle of operator, no fear as well. And NKL, they look like they want to lean in towards the B side right now.
It's a good call because no one is hanging around in the area from TFX, which means that they will be able to get this spike plant relatively easily. And it's gonna have to be another retake situation, which so far TFX has been so good at because of the aggression. See if they're gonna be able to make the magic happen once more. But Nero Bye Bye is just denying it left and right as he picks up 2 kills with the op already. Arabella is pushing up so far forward. Viper Spit is there to work against TFX as well. And the operator is gonna leave Zappy all alone. Will be taken care of eventually, hopefully, for NKL. He's still alive and kicking, but from behind, Necro is where it's gonna be spotted out for him. See if they're gonna be finally taking care of this Jet. Yes, they will. Zappy falls and another overtime going through.
Yo, have you ever heard of an
Switching
opping Viper?
sides. Overtime.
Because I sure haven't. Honestly.
Well, it's an open site for me. It's a fresh site for me, but hey, welcome one for sure.
He's on the up again. Well, I mean, I have no complaints. Man, he's so insane with this operator. I'm actually lost for words right now. How is he doing this? He finds the opening pick, the refrag, sorry. He gets 1 on the luck in mid player, and somehow he's just winning the round single-handedly. The Viper pick comes online as well.
True.
What is going on? And he has the operator again, and uncharacteristic miss to start us the round, and Explicit can count his lucky stars there.
Oh, Necro. We're picking up the pieces, taking care of Jude early on. And man advantage for NKL is gonna signal the doom of TFX eventually. Let's see if they will be able to recuperate this time, but they're all scrambled across the map. At least they have the lurk from Zappy coming through with a kill onto Arabella. They have to find another kill off of that. But with your position being revealed by the spy cam dart, it's gonna be so much harder to do. At least they've taken a bit of space for themselves in B side. But that's just spike control being claimed by Vuitton. And it's fallen apart completely for TFX. Zappy's all down to him for this 1 versus 4. At least does have the tailwind available. Single more frag. And he will be having the blades to himself. But Necro is just gonna deny it. 14-3. And NKL are 1 away from winning it all.
And Necro
Switching
stopping the
sides.
B main aggression before it even
Match
got
point.
to amount to anything. Very, very smart play there on the B side by the Cypher, not tagging up the Jet, pushing up into window, just allowing him to go up there. But unfortunately, Zappy losing out the duel to Arabella there up in window, opens up the round. But thankfully, we keep the round in check. So NKL, they win the round off some more aggressive plays. And Nero Bye Bye, you know, he missed 1 shot in the first round, but I mean, come on, man. He's been doing such phenomenal work with the operator. Just give it to him. Just give it to him again. Look at him. Here he has it again. Oh, he's gonna find one. Op diff.
Oh. It's an op fight in the halls area, but it seems like Nero Bye Bye will not be risking it this time. NKL, they're doing such a smart job. They know that Nero has been on point with the op, so just letting him have that. And the Viper spin is just a bonus for them at this point. As long as Nero picks up a frag or two, they're happy with it. And there you go.
Yeah,
Picks up Jude.
well. Speak of the devil, and he opens up the round once again. The operator's doing so much work, and look at the position that Elite has. He's completely snuck past the back line, and Abuelito, he has no idea that he's here, but Zappy, he cops attack through the boxes, right? And
Right click.
looks to finish him off as well as two players of TFX distracted with this push, and now NKL can make the move towards B, and they sure are doing that right now. As Arabella, the point man, trying to take out some of this position, but the push apparently has halted for a minute as Necro cops a bullet from Zappy. So now we level the odds and go back into a 4-on-4 with Nero bye-bye. Walking out mid here.
Nero
30
Baba is
seconds left.
actually taken enough real estate to open up his team's rotation. Will be spotted out by Explicit, so he's got to be careful of that angle. Will be pushing it out nonetheless. Look at the courage from this man. Has been spotted out, so this might prove deadly for Explicit,
Spike
as he's the
down
one who
A.
picks up Vuitton, and there's just not enough time. They have to go for this push, and he's gonna win that 1v1 against the Viper. 8 seconds
player
left.
standing.
This last player standing will have the kill. Not that time though. He's just looking for it, and he's just waiting for anyone to overzealously peek. But fortunately, Hale knows exactly what to do. But what a close round. Nero
Switching sides.
is absolutely out of his
Overtime.
mind with the off.
Stop it. I don't even care who wins. No, stop it. Stop this man. Someone stop this man. Someone stop this man. How? What is going on? Datum, can you explain to me what's going on?
I can't. Because it's just, I don't, maybe during the pause, Nero drank something, and I honestly want some of it. Maybe he can let us know.
Maybe you can, get me out of this elo that I'm in. I mean,
Get me out of silver? Question mark?
dude, I need a bit of that. Not gonna lie. What is this? He has the operator again, and okay, honestly, at this point, why would you not give it to him? Give it to this man.
Oh, he's looking, he's being denied by the cloud burst, but undeterred. Zappy just falls. And they have to be careful now, TFX. The aggression is just not paying off anymore because Nero bye-bye just says bye-bye to everyone. Perfect talk screen down as well. That's the Owl Joan gonna buy a bit of information. He doesn't know that Jude is still in the area, so Nero might just fall here, but
Don't flinch, don't
course.
flinch. Okay.
of course it's just a headshot. Of course he puts the headshot on top of it as well. And the last kill will go in favor of Explicit for this time, but Arabella will finally be able to take care of him. And 15-4-9 is the scoreboard in NKL. They're going back on the attacking side.
Switching sides.
You know how people
Match
say like
point.
you should count your wins, count your
Yeah.
blessings. Yeah, I think the fact that they managed to kill him in that round was a win. So I think they can celebrate
True.
that even though they lost the
True.
round. Come into that. At least they didn't kill all of them and ace them like literally every other overtime round. So they managed to kill him finally, but they lost the round nonetheless. But at least they got him. At least they
Yeah.
got him. I think that's what's more important now.
Yeah, NKL, they've been a struggle to fight for TFX, right? But out of the ranks, a final boss has emerged, and his name is Nero Bye-Bye. It's so hard to deal with. The operator, of course, is less effective on the attacking side, but you've seen Nero Bye-Bye. He can flick when it comes down to it. They're looking for the quick push down in A side, taking a page out of TFX's book. Not as quickly though, because Toxic Screen will be slowing them down for now. Looking to be very, very careful on this side. Take Zappy is with the operator. They've got no info on where he is. So far, they've been doing such a good job. No one's fallen for NKL. That's basically what they need to do. Get this spike flat, go on the defensive positions. But Explicit looking to deny that Nero Bye-Bye has fallen. And now it's falling apart for NKL. They haven't even gone for the spike plant yet. Look at that,
Spike down
Zappy
A.
setting it up for himself. A beautiful flick. Headshot was, of course, as Arabella. There's a lot of work ahead of him. Dismissed to find out where exactly everyone is holding. Going for the peek, going for the headshot, looking for a third. Will not be able to find it. TFX taking us the distance, 15-15.
What is that shot?
Switching sides.
What is that
Overtime.
shot by Zappy straight through the wood as well? Yo, I felt the shot all the way from here. Thrust me back in my chair a little bit as they finally managed to take out Nero Bye-Bye, not being able to open up the round for the first time it seems in forever. And we go again 15-15 and man, this game's delivering on all fronts. Jabalito is not having a fun time, but I think he's the only one.
Oh, absolutely. NKL once more put the op on Nero Bye-Bye. So As long as TFX picks up NKL, that's all it's gonna boil. It picks up Nero Bye Bye. That's all it's gonna boil down to. If they will be able to take out that pesky op, it's so much easier for them. There you go. Finally, Zappy. He's gonna be opening things up with a kill on to Bye Bye, and they've opened up that site as well for themselves. But he's having a hard time taking the entry. Jude will be helping him out with a kill on to Necro, and it's looking so good already for TFX. The answer back though. Jude has taken out the lead. Arabella picks up Zappy. It's a 2-on-3 on this retake, so it's a little bit more doable for NKL.
They're walking in as well from bridge, and there's one guy under bridge as well, and he looks to be cleaned up by Jude. So Jude doing God's work right now in this round, cleaning up 3 as Arabella. He looks to keep the round in contention as well, the dart as well, the snake bite, just to delay some time, buy some time off the clock right now. And TFX looks like they're about to take the lead in what seems like for unless Arabella can pull up an absolutely miraculous clutch. They have the perfect crossfire as well and nothing to it. Time was against him as well as Hayo swings out to clean up Arabella. And we go. And for the first time, I believe, in this entire overtime showdown, we see TFX take the lead.
I think it's the second time actually. The first
was it the second time?
they
My
did
bad.
is in the first overtime. But yeah, so far they've been struggling to get the advantage against NKL because Nero Bye Bye has been a monstrosity to deal with. This time around, they are finally that one step ahead in terms of score, and all they have to do is hold the line in this defense. Zappy once more picks up the op, looking to be as snazzy as Nero has been so far. And it's a slowdown for NKL. They know that there's an operator. The shot has already been baited out. Let's see if they're going to be able to make this work as Jude opens things up with the kill onto Arabella. Finds 2 already, and this is looking done for TFX.
Yeah, they've got 2 players left as well, and Nero Bye Bye. Thankfully, he's the only one left because he... Well, man. If he wins this round...
Oh,
no, there's no way. No, there's no way. TFX, yeah, they finally clean up the map 15-17, and we go again. 3rd map on the cards right now, Datum. Oh, man, and I can't wait to see more. This has been an absolute thriller.
absolutely true. Both teams absolutely on point on the defense, and they will be able to showcase that once more as we go into the 3rd map, which is Split. Such a defense-heavy map. And both teams are looking on point tonight because they're taking us the distance, overtimes left and right. Game 3, and I can't wait for the next one. Again, my name is Datum Casting here tonight with Josh. We'll see you guys after the short break.
Whew.
Welcome back, everybody. This is KJC Scrims, brought to you by none other than KJC Esports. It's the game number 3 between Nongkrong, Kilat, and Tams FX. They're going the distance because both teams have had overtimes left and right, and they're taking us to game number 3, which is Split. What are your thoughts about Split, Josh?
Man, I expect. I hope we're gonna have a quick map, but I also hope we're gonna have a good map. Like, I can't tell which I'm more excited for: the fact that NKL are on defense first, or the fact that we may have another overtime banger on Split.
True.
Oh my! Like, I literally can't tell because NKL, I could see them really running away considering how good their defense has been. But I could also see another really close overtime game, just really back and forth. Because, you know, I see like a lot of both these teams. What I've noticed is that they're not afraid to take these risks, and I really respect that they're not afraid to go for these info peaks for a bit of this aggression, especially when they have the Jet or the Reyna, just being able to find those first bloods.
Yeah, and
Just not
speaking
afraid
of
at all.
those, I'm sorry to cut you up there, Josh, but speaking of those confident peaks, NK, or rather TFX, they're so good on the aggressive side, and that's basically what they return to when the pressure is mounting on them. That's what we saw when we went into the first couple of overtimes. They went for the super quick push, which almost usually always pays them off. And that's what I'm expecting them to do, especially with the trend that we've been seeing over the past year, or rather over the past few months in the Southeast Asia, in Split. It seems like more teams are finding success in the attacking side, and TFX, they might just be capitalizing on that, but their composition are not saying the same thing. Look at this. They've got 3 defense-heavy agents already. Astra on top of Killjoy on top of Sage, and they're looking to round it out with a little bit of initiation. The breach just might be the
Choose
way
your
to go for them.
agent.
100%. I really like NKL's draft. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I think this is the Split map as well.
Yeah.
Reyna, I think we've seen a bit of Reyna on Split. I think some of these teams, especially like, you know, Liquid Sentinels, for example, they like to flex into the Reyna, but we haven't seen much of it, especially. And interesting to know, Jet's completely off the board. So we have a completely new game starting from now. We have Breach as well, and on one side, we have so much utility as well. Look at NKL's defensive prowess. Oh my.
Yeah, but you know, the same is true for both teams. They both got 3 essentially sentinels on the board. And I'd like to point out this time that's Heyo on the raids rather than being on the sentinels. Habulito's job this time to be that killjoy of the team. And I respect definitely the change of strategies, the change of lineup for both teams. Question is, will Heyo be able to make those lurks work this time? That he is gonna be permitted those bigger plays rather than flashier plays on the Rays, which is something that is unconventional, I would say. The Jet, like you said, is the comfort pick, the go-to pick in terms of duelist for Split, but Rays right up there with her.
Yeah, I think Race especially having her utility across the board, being so effective in every single position, almost every single position as well. And I think, I don't know about this attack side from TFX. I think if they're able to even squeeze out 3 rounds, I'd say that's a pretty remarkable achievement, because look at them, they have absolutely no initiator.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be all the blood right now coming up from TFX. It's gonna have to be the first kills. It's gonna have to be these aim fights taken up by Jude, by Heyo as well. And I think NKL, they can sit tight in their positions because they've got really nothing to flash them out as well. They only have the Reyna flash as well. So nothing much especially going for TFX, which is why I said, like, if they manage to squeeze out 3 rounds on this attacking half, I think they could possibly mount a comeback on the defense.
That's true, but you know, we can't count TFX out as of yet
course.
because they've always been that super aggressive team that whenever it comes down to it, that's where they go back to, and that just might potentially catch NKL off guard with Necro over aggressively peeking here in the B main area. We'll be backing off for now, but that's gonna deter the push from happening from TFX, as Hapolito is the one leading the charge on the other side of the map in A. But they have to be careful because Reno Bye-Bye is waiting here with open arms. Elite X is a 1v1 between him and Habolito, who wins it with a headshot. And they've taken control of a site just like that. Let's see if Nero Bye-Bye will be able to find a single frag off of this.
Smoke as well going down to try and obscure his vision as TFX. They have full control of the site. The spike do go down as well. They have a wall on screens as well. TFX setting up really good post plans right now. And well, NKL forced to retake from screens. Looks like 4 of them are going to be waterfalling in as well. The flash, well, brilliant work there to take out AO as well. Back up the side, the trades are going swimmingly right now as it's all left for 2 players in NKL. They're TFX, they're trading out very favorably right now, and how to be so explicit. Oh, they cleaned up the round for themselves, and it's going to be the first one put up on the board by TFX. Not the way we expected things to go.
If you see there as well, when they encountered Necro on B site, immediately they ran for the hills down in A site. That is so unconventional for them, which is why NKL, they weren't expecting it at all. Yes, they knew that members of the FX wasn't gonna push B right away, but they weren't expecting them to all bolt towards that A site, which is why they were caught off guard. And with the first frag going the way of TFX, that's all they needed. They were at the prime positions to take this to take the defense on the post plant. Now they've got the better guns to work with. 1-0 on the board. They're looking for a bit of middle control, and they're taking this one a little bit more slowly. They don't want to give those guns away.
Yeah, coming in and get the wall straight up and over as well. Oh, the concuss is beautiful, and Arabella capitalizes on that, so Zappy's gonna be the first one taken out of the round. Is now Jude tries to recover the situation, but look at the spike, it's shifting away, it's rotating away. Habalito as a side control, and Jude just needs to do his best to stay alive here, and he's doing better than that as well, as Necro the next one to fall, and now they still think this is a B-side hit, as Jude is so much distracted, but he's just killing everyone anyway. Hero Bye-Bye trying to silence the beast, but they can't. He's out of ammo, he doesn't have anything. Elite reloads his shorty and gets it into a 1 versus 3 situation. Look at how much Jude has single-handedly done on the B-side. Granted, yes, that was an eco, but that was beautiful by Jude.
Jude has taken matters into his own hands. He said, you know what, you don't want to go for the B-side hit. I'm gonna go for the B-side hit on my own. And he takes out 4 members, I believe, of NKL. It was overwhelming for him. Just going for the isolated fights is not what you want to do when you're up against Arena, which is exactly what Jude was using. And he made it so painful for NKL. Look at them. Even though they have the guns this time, 3 of them will only be rocking light shields, which means it's doable this time around for TFX, especially with Jude ready with the Empress and the Vandal.
I could have definitely seen a well where Jude doesn't get anything, and he immediately gets classic right click, and then they're thrust into a 3 versus 5.
Of course.
But, of course, none of that is coming to fruition right now, so TFX looking to play out this 3rd round right now, and interestingly enough, NKL giving up mid control for not the first time we've seen that this game, man. Holding it with a very passive setup. Elite staring right down at these ropes, and Necro, the first blood drawn in the round. Where was that B main as well? And looks like Vuitton is gonna level up the situation, but the hit coming in towards A.
Hero Bye-Bye is all alone here. Hasn't been checked, but he will be able to be taken out by Zappy. That's the gun upgrade going through as well. Actually, he's gonna be denied by Elite X, who's made his way into the heaven area already. Nebula Smoke is where he's hiding at. And Arabella will be taking care of Zappy this time. It's a 2-on-3, but TFX have already made it work and doable. As Habalito falls against Vuitton. Now down to the Explicit, the last one, only the Spectre. All they have to do is speak at the same time, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. Vuitton secures the round and the 3k for himself. But 3 members fell in that encounter for NKL, so TFX, they're looking so good in the next one, where they are gonna get the firepower that they need.
Yeah, of course. I think that was a relatively good round as well from all these teams. They're not going to be too happy with that as well. NKL, I think. They did win the round, but look at the Spectre buy coming in. They lost 1 too many guns there, so they don't really have the money to invest back into the situation. And TFX, their money is looking all good every day, all day. Except for Jude, he has 2,700 right now. So I think maybe he invested into the Vandal's 2nd round, which is why he's left a bit stripped for cash. But it's looking to be another round on the board for TFX.
Oh yeah, Jude looking so confident once more. Just a Sheriff to work with, and he's still leading the charge as he gets concussed by the breach by Vuitton on the other side.
Placing swarm grenade.
And look at them, this time around they're going for the default, a bit of mid control, a bit of control on all sides of the map. And it's the Killjoys in A site, so both teams just looking for the first kill, the first information that they could get, because remember, this is split. This is not the map where you do get the Sova, so both teams are deprived of that luxury of knowing where everyone else is. hopefully it works out this time for TFX because they're banking on the fact that they win this round. Or rather, both teams are banking on the fact on winning this round. But with Jude popping off, picks up one, immediately traded out by the Baton with a peek as well, even though he's blinded. He's gonna stay alive for now. It's a 4-on-4.
Explicit walking up mid as well. And they haven't really put enough pressure on mid to warrant this as well. Elite not in a great position with the judge to take that ranged engagement, and now Explicit finds another one exactly. Coming in from B main at Baton. That's the spike down as well. He's trying to defend that spike, but Habibito again on this A pinch. Finding Nero bye-bye, and now it's 3-1 for NKO. They keep 3 guns up into that round. I think it's really interesting to note just right at the start of the round the amount of presence that Habibito has towards this A site. You see that even though he doesn't do anything, he just sits there. The attention has to be drawn his way, and at least one member has to be committed to his side of the map just because he's there. The pressure that he applies on NKO as well, and they're not going hunting for information as of yet. So we need to see a little bit more from NKO. Maybe try and force out this engagement of this Killjoy early on.
And not just that, it's just the swings always go in favor of TFX. That 1v1 between Habulito and Nero Bye-Bye. It went in the way of Habulito, which is such a contrast from last game where Nero Bye-Bye is the one that's racking up the kills. This time, it's TFX who are on point with the swings. They're looking to take advantage of it earlier on as they already have a 2-round advantage, looking for more. They have invested in lockdown on B site, but they're making their way onto A. It's already expensive for them despite it being an eco for NKL. Litex falls. Zappy picks up the next one as well because Nero Bye-Bye has only got that shorty. They're going to split A site, which is where Viton is waiting for them to open arms.
Yeah, flash shots goes as well, and Explicit the first one to drop as well. The rest of them waterfalling to the side. The flashes are looking good as well, but June managing to find some excuse on that one. And Zappy rolls over and gets Necro as Heyo finds the last one in heaven. My. This is... Man, I don't think we should have doubted TFX's attack side because it's looking phenomenal right now. They don't even have anything to engage with. They're just winning the 1v1 straight up.
Josh, that kill from Zappy onto Necro was picture perfect. When he went up the wall, spotted out the head. it's just decapitated him immediately. It's a sight to see. Don't see it every day, but again, like you said, we can't discount the attacking side of TFX ever because they're showing us right now, even though they're in split, which is, as you know, is very, very defense heavy, they're still turning up. They don't care. Dude leading the charge is finding a lot of space for him and his team, but this time it's Habulito who does pick up a kill like once more in A site. Finally traded out, but still the man advantage is onto TFX as the Page Shells get to connect.
Yeah, they find another one towards B as well. And you can see the amount of pressure that Habulito has at Sorry, my apologies. Elite's not having a fun time towards the A ramp position. Big picked off early out in the round. And Heyo looking for anything with the showstopper. But again, TFX, they like to play this mind game. They like to play this slow rotation game. Just leaving one player here to try and find out any of this information. And look at the defense from NKO. It's spread so thin. They have the Astra towards the A side. The rest of the members, they look like they want to lean towards the A side, but Jude's gonna walk in here, and if he calls it clear, the push could come in real quickly, but it looks like he's gonna back out. So looks like TFX, they are walking into the stack right now.
Yeah, beautiful read from NKL. Necro is at the helm right here. Gravity Well is there, but against 4 members, not be able to find much. Arabella and NKL actually tries to equalize things as they pick up 2. The Rolling Thunder is available, will not be anymore with Viton falling down in heaven. Arabella is the last one standing. They know exactly where he is, which is why they're going for the rotation down in the B site. With Habulito rather, keeping him in check for now. But it's still a 3-on-1. 10 seconds left, and it's gonna have to be the retake for the lone Sage Arabella.
It must be so frustrating to play against these teams. You think they're coming A, but as soon as they get one, they just disappear. The trades come in, they get 1 kill, they just run here, they go there. It's so hard to predict these rotations as well. And you can see the amount of work that they're making NKL do as well. Because if you come in on this rotate, you have to check all the flanks, you have to check all the angles, you have to constantly do man counts as Arabella. Oh, that thought he manages to find Habulito. And now, if he finds this Astra, he could win it all, but he just kept the round in check and TFX win another one. Yeah, but back to what I was saying for that one, you can see like it's too hard. Yeah, it's too close. It's too hard to read these rotations right now. I think, especially
for NKL. You see it like as soon as they rotate, if they gamble stack one side, they have to come back and check all the angles because they're unsure if someone has lurked up like Jude has been doing or like Habolito has been doing. So I think really using that to their advantage, TFX playing it so well.
Yeah, and once more, it's Habolito who won that 1v1 down in A site. Remember, he was the one to pick up the first frag against Elite X, who, by the way, is not having the time of his life. He false spray once more into the lurking Killjoy. He's not lurking this time, but Arabella equalized things with a kill onto Heyo, wanting to pick up that upgrade for himself as well. So at least now, TFX, their first frag has been equalized. Arabella has to be careful now because Zappy is the one that is near him. Fortunately, they're not going to be spotting each other, but Habolito is making it work once more. And he opens up A side. It's going to be the plant this time for TFX and A.
Yeah, look at the look again coming in from Zappy. He's going to catch up some of this rotation, but if the timing goes against him, he could get caught up by Nero Bye-Bye. But Habolito finds the first one, and now it's only left of pistols up to work with. Oh, he's letting it go past Nero Bye-Bye. This is a great play by Zappy. He's looking to see if he can find any more information off this Killjoy, but Habolito says, alright, I'll just take it. Thank you very much. Is Arabella coming in from A main, managing to find 2 kills, and now he knows where Zappy is. Up in heaven, the wall's out, and Zappy, well, catches him unaware, if I'm honest, and 6-1 goes the scoreline as TFX start to run away with this game.
Yeah, that was close once more. Almost the Arabella clutch, but just denied by a beautiful lurk from Zappy. And of course, he wasn't able to pick up a single kill off of that, but because he was willing to give the ace away to Nero Bye-Bye, to Habolito. But then again, it was basically a real good round for TFX once more, who have been so efficient, so effective when it comes to the pushes. And that's just because all of them are on point with the aim, especially Habolito right now, who, just because of the number of frags that he's picked up over the last few rounds, has the lockdown available already. This is going to play out so importantly because NKL have got all their ults to work with.
Yeah, NKL paint shells out early, not going to find anything as well. We're talking about this look, but Arabella so much better this time. And this is a good look that you want to see. Oh, a shutdown as well in Mel. Arabella triples up on the kills, and it's now left all on Habolito and Heyo as well. He found some information earlier on being main, and Habolito, he's throwing the round back. Now it's his turn to step up. He's in the spotlight now. He's top of the board, and now NKL, they have to give this man the due respect that he deserves. He's been earning it right now, and look at the amount of pressure coming in from NKL. They don't want to give this run out. They don't want to give anything. The swing comes in, and the gravity roll just to deter him slightly, and Habolito run in from the hills as well. He doesn't even have to spike, and
look at that shot. Uses the sentry as well for a little bit of help, but Elite X will be picking him up anyway. Habolito tries to pick up the frags. He knows that he does have enough, him and his team has enough credits to go for the next one. They're very self-sustaining right now, as the banks have already been worked up over the past, 6 rounds that they've won. They're gonna be happy off of that one, even though they didn't deal a lot of damage. Sure, NKL will give you this one. That's the statement they're making. But we will not be willing to take the next one, to give the next win, because this is a pivotal round for both teams. Look at the Creds game, Josh. Whoever loses this round will not have any going for them in the next one.
And I think it's pivotal to NKL win this, right? Oh, just as I see that Elite finds the first kill. He's not been having a good game, but if he can start to get this ball rolling, get a bit of this momentum on the defensive side, it's gonna be a good look for NKL. And it's really, as I say that again, the look from TFX is so good. They're so good and just not making a noise, just walking in dry, but the contact taken by the Neck was gonna gravity roll. Oh, great coordination coming in from NKL as well, and Habolito, again the one to trade, again the one to try and bring around back as explicit is found out in mid by Arabella. So now it's all left on one man as Habolito left to try and pick up the pieces, left to try and complete the puzzle for TFX. He could get the first one onto the 3 each, but it's not looking like a very good one, and he does get cleaned up ultimately. And what a brilliant piece of coordination by NKL.
Look at that last frag though. Habolito took Nero Bye-Bye with him as he was falling. And it's NKL, they're making these rounds super efficient. Vuitton has been holding on to that Rolling Thunder for so long now. I don't think he's even used it once in this whole game, but they've been bouncing back and they've been using their position super good that they don't even have to commit the ultimates that they've had for a couple of rounds now. It's still looking to be a potentially expensive one for both teams. And this time around, TFX sticking to their roots, they're going for the quick push. Elite X will shut down Heyo right off the bat. Showstopper will not be stopping anything anytime soon this time. TFX, they're still looking for the A site hit.
Hey, you know what they say, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And Elite showing that start of the game doesn't matter. He had a slow start on Breeze as well, don't forget, but he really clawed it back towards the half. And you can see now he's 4-7, but don't forget, around 2 rounds ago, he's got nothing on the board. He was on 1 kill. So Elite X really bring the round back, especially with these opening doors. They need him to step up right now. And TFX, I mean, they're on the Spectres right now, so they want to try and get some of this economic damage in. Maybe try and get some of these gun upgrades, but Elite being such a menace right now towards Heaven, they need to clear him out right now. And man, it's not looking good on TFX. They need something to cross back. They need to try and find some of this information. And again, they look towards mid, but Arabella already pushed up in such an aggressive position. They've read them like a book, and Vuitton as well, and everyone filling the name in the kill feeds as NKL read them. They read TFX. They start to understand how they play, and once again, the momentum falling back in the favor of NKL.
Yeah, my mistake. I was saying that it was a showstopper that was denied by Heyo, but it was just a judge that was being carried by that bunny hopping Raze, who, by the way, is not been having the time of his life either. Heyo hasn't been able to pick up the frags that he's needed in the past 10 rounds. Let's see if he's gonna be starting that ball rolling for himself anytime soon. And NKL once more, they've made it super efficient. I mean, of course, it was the eco for TFX the last round, so this round might be the one where they do invest a couple of their ultimates here and there. But I'm seeing a pattern here. Whenever they get the first frag, they just call to not commit those ultimates. And with the operator in the hands of Elite X, who has been, like you said, a monstrosity on holding the fort down in a site, they don't have to commit those ultimates. All they have to do is get the kills.
Yeah, but how long are you realistically going to hold on to these ultimates for? It's nearing the end of the half, and you kind of want to get those out, right? Even if just a delay, or just try to get some sort of economic damage going. And already, just as I say that, the attacker Killjoy opting to put out a lockdown as well, trying to draw some of the presence towards A. And again, they really like this, don't they? Yeah, they like to show a presence somewhere, and then they like to hit another part of the map. And once again, the gravity well not going to net anything as Heyo finds a good trade onto Arabella, and now a 3 versus 4 ensues as NKL. They have all ultimates to work with now.
Like I said, DFX love using that lockdown as a bait on the other side of the map, which is why NKL, they've already caught wind of it. They're not falling for those traps anymore, and they're looking so good on this defense, just holding the fort down in A site. Elite X activates the showstopper as well, gonna find an explicit. It's a 1 versus 2 still, but Heyo has got a lot of work ahead of him. Does get the spike plant. The Rolling Thunder is just going to deny him. Flashpoints on top of it as well. It's just gravy for Vuitton. 5-6 on the board. They did commit the ultimates, finally 2 of those. But still, this is another potentially expensive round. This is going to be an expensive round for sure, because it's the last round of the half.
Yeah, and I don't mind that, right? You commit the Rolling Thunder as well to just secure the round there. And honestly, you win the round and you break the money of TFX, so maybe you don't need the ultimates coming back into the round. So I really like that they actually chose to invest that on that round in particular, just to be able to just finish out the round and say, we'll just close it here, boys. We don't want to get into any of that dangerous territory. And they do it so with relative ease there. So TFX forced to another scrappy by the last round of the half as well. And they haven't been finding much success once the formula is figured out, once they've read the master plan of TFX and KO execute. And they are doing such a great job of adaptation.
Whoa! What? Wait.
That must be a glitch.
That was a Kilat and a half right there from Vuitton, as he picked up 2. Heyo and Zappy has fallen already. And like you said, NKL, they're leading TFX like a book right now as Arabella. Quick bait and switch as Jude falls, and they're slowly dominating the entire map. Hablito on the skirt hasn't been spotted out yet. Yes, he's been doing such a great job so far, but the rest of his teammates aren't. The last one standing, Explicit, picks up the operator for himself, looking for the frags. Against Vuitton, who is just going to concuss him away, and Necro with the crossfire will chip him away. And NKL, they've taken us into equal footing going into the second half. The last 5 rounds have went in their favor. And let's see this time how they're going to perform on the attack.
I think this is more or less what we expect, right, on the defensive half on Split. We expect a more defensive heavy game, but TFX, they've done a really good job at just opening up those early rounds with just some information, a bit of poking here and there, and you know, the first few rounds it worked out so far. But the thing is, NKL, once they started reading into the situation, once they caught wind, like you said, of what they were doing, just really nothing else to it, right? NKL just aggress. They know they can find these 1v1s easily, and yeah, just being able to capitalize on the situations at hand. But now we're going into the pistol rounds.
Oh, look at this positioning from Jude. Might be going for this mid side first. Seems like they won't because the Paint Shields is going to deny them. That's going to signal NKL to go to the other side. The vents where Elite X is going to be forced out by the Paint Shields as well. Zappy is just holding strong with the barrier orb down in heaven. So far NKL have to reassess their choices. Yes, Elite X has spotted out Zappy so far. No one's fallen as of yet. Nero Bye is the one that's leading the charge down in A site, doing the job that both Killjoys seem to be needing to do, as he picks up Heyo in heaven. And he's just looking for more. Now A site seems to be up for contestation as Zappy picks up Elite X finally. But it doesn't matter because A is already being fought off by Explicit. It's a war zone now, as one by one everyone's just falling. Explicit looking to find another, doesn't get it. But finally Arabella's gonna be there for the plant. It's gonna be the retake from Hablito and Zappy.
2 versus 2 on the retake. They have the 2 players locked in towards side as well. The slow orb just to make sure they can't escape towards the elbow position. As both players, they look to Brackman on the side as well. And Arabella, he needs to be the point man. He needs to take contact right now, but he's not because Zappy is just bounding through the box. And now Habalito just needs to trade, and he does. And now TFX, they win out the pistol round. But we've seen what NKL can do. We've seen what they've done on the first half, and we see again what they will do.
And this is the thing why we're seeing so many overtimes and equal scoreline, right? Because NKL, they're very good at adapting to the strategy of TFX. Just look at the first half. The first half of the first half, or rather the first quarter of the game, it's basically TFX, right? The entire time. In the second quarter, which is where NKL have figured out TFX completely. And it seems like we're going to be seeing a repeat of that now as TFX does get the first round, get the guns for themselves, but NKL are looking to deny it with the forced buy.
No, they're buying right back into the round, hoping to win this out and come back, but the gravity ball! The triple with the grenade! That beautiful stuff! As Hale finds another one and Zappy. Oh my goodness, and Neko looking the only one that Hale cleans up with a 4K. What a combination there. Oh, they know what they've done. They've broken the mental right now. Oh my goodness, they've broken the mental of NKL.
Oh, I thought for a second there that Elite X actually screwed up his blast pack, but it's actually the gravity well that denied the push from NKL. The paint shells on top of it was too much to deal with. Everyone fell prey to it, and coordination from TFX is slowly getting there as they pick up the 2-round consecutive win for them. And because of that, NKL, no creds, no gunpowder to work with. Because remember, they went for the full-on force buy, and now it's Sheriff to work for them. They're playing this one a lot more slowly, but still not the default that I was expecting them to go for.
Absolutely not. And now Elite, he's walked up very deep into B as well. But Jude, with the judge, managed to find out one in B, and this is exactly what we're talking about, right, Jude? Being able to open up the rounds here, and now Elite, he needs to be very careful where he threads right now, because look at the setup right now for Habalito. As soon as the turret takes contact, he's just gonna swing off that in the mid 30s. It's not going away, but the flash is looking really good right now. It's Arabella managed to convert one of the Jude and keeps it in a 4 versus 3 scenario. TFX trying to regroup as 5 as Explicit comes in out the vent, and now Elite and Vuitton the only one left trying to get something from this situation. And the paint shells look like they may convert onto another. And wow, so much utility damage in the second half, but Zappy's gonna keep it. in the favor of TFX as now they bring themselves up to 9. And now we're going to see the buyback coming in from NKL.
Essentially both teams here, because TFX, they can upgrade the guns if they want to. Might not be going for it because they might just be willing to give this one round away. But who knows, TFX, they've been so good on this defense so far. And they actually have done so without being the super aggressive team that they are when it comes to the defense, which I like. Which means that they can go for the strategy as well and make it work. Which means that they don't necessarily have to be that super aggressive team and just opt for that when they need to. And this is one of those rounds where they can potentially go for it, go for the push. Seems like they won't. They'll be playing this one closer to their chests as, well, they do have the Spectres after all. It can be an encounter down in A. And Elite X will be winning it. Explicit with a quick trade. And that's already 3 on 3 because of the frags that are happening. Quick dismiss to try and get a little bit of information, but A side is up for contention for both teams as Nero picks up Judd. And the spike hasn't been planted as of yet. The rotations are now coming through. Seems like spike is gonna go down anyway. It's a 2 on 3. Let's see if Habolito and Zappy have it in them to go for this retake.
They know Killjoy's lurking up towards the B side, so they need to either press the issue or need to go searching for him. So it looks like they have opted in for the latter, but Habolito finding the first one, and now 2 players trying to push in on the side right now, and it's not looking real good, right? Because it's Nero Bye finds the first one, but it's still left all on Kim in a 1v1. Zappy's tapped the bomb as well. He's got him off it. He's got the round in TFX, so now they win the 4th round, they win the 3rd round by despite an opening kill from NKL. They still managed to convert.
Remember, TFX didn't even go for the full-on buy, so that is salt to the wounds for NKL. Winning that round with just Spectres is super good for them as they take us into double digits. And TFX, finally, they found their form. They're shutting down NKL this time around. And they're showing us why Split is one of their strong suits. Finally, they will be, for the first time in the second half, getting those assault rifles. NKL, a bit short on the firepower, but at least they have the Rolling Thunder and the Lockdown, so they might just be able to go for the side take. But the retake is where they have struggled so far. TFX opening things up once more. Arabella will nullify it with the Resurrect. They're still going for just B push.
Yeah. 5 players here as well, and they have 3 to receive, and the lockdown's gonna force them off the site temporarily. But they have to be quite patient. If not, they could run into the defense coming in from TFX. The wall goes up to try and buy a bit of the space as well. As the Cosmic Divide looking to ward off this aggression right now, and looks like Arabella first one into the bomb site, and Elite looking to regress on the situation. He could catch Habolito relatively unaware as the paint shells come in behind him. The showstopper out as well, so everything being thrown into the round right now. KO looking for something behind the wall. Oh my! He finds him, and the pillar player is down, and now it's left all on 2 players for NKL. Sorry, my apologies, a 3 versus 3 here as Neko finds another one, and now NKL, they're looking to put the first round on the board in this attacking path, but nothing to say about it. Habolito is silenced, and finally NKL, they finally managed to do it and put one up on the board.
Yeah, a bit of a questionable Cosmic Divide there from TFX. I mean, they could have waited for the plan to come through before they invested that, but they opted to go for it, even though the spike hasn't gone down yet, which just punished them big time. Yes, they were able to get frags off of it with the showstopper, but when it came down to it, they weren't able to get the frags because the Cosmic Divide were slowing them down in the retake. And that just permits the swing of the tide to NKL, and that just might mean that they have the advantage now. They might just have because they have the guns, they might just make it into a few rounds consecutive win. And NKL, they're looking to capitalize right now, especially because they still have the Rolling Thunder, they still have the Cosmic Divide and the Showstopper on top of it. And with the kills coming through left and right in favor of NKL, they might have just lost it with that single Cosmic Divide. Jude will make it painful with a single headshot onto Necro. Quick upgrade for himself. Doesn't have the Empress, but it's still doable for him as he gets Elite X mid-jump. Let's see if he will be able to close up this 1v1 versus Nero Bye-Bye.
I like that. Just baiting out the shot as well. Just trying to give the impression that he's dropped down, but Nero Bye-Bye, so smart, not giving up anything to Jude. And managed to close that round with ease, just taking contact off the turret there. swinging off the turret's contact. My apologies. I managed to close that round out with ease. And back to what you were saying, just about the previous round. Yeah, I believe the Cosmic Divide actually was down to try and stop the plan, but it missed. It left a slight edge, so it actually ended up helping the attacking side because they were able to get the bomb down and play for the post plan. So a very unfortunate scenario all around, even though the idea was that the execution was not so good.
Yeah. They're paying for it big time now because just because of that single mistake, NKL are capitalizing so well. And that's the thing when you've got two very closely matched teams, right? A single misstep is all it takes for someone to get the advantage. Now NKL looking to taking more advantages off of that one. See if Zappy will be able to stop the bleeding. No, he won't. Viton finally takes care of him. Jude looking to deter that aggression from happening. Yes, he picks up one. Right beside him is where his teammates are at. Abuelito is now 6 HP, looking to stop the aggression, but still falls prey to Arabella. It's down to a 2-on-4, and once more, TFX have a lot of work ahead of them.
TFX coming in with a Spectre and a Vandal as well, and the Phantom, just as I say, strikes in the retake first as Nero Bye goes down, and now the bomb is gonna be planted, but not without its difficulty as well as the two players from TFX. Well, I think they're gonna be forced into an equal in the next round, and what is going on there? Okay. Well, anyway, they've got the kills as well, and Heyo finds another one. That's the most he could have expected from him, especially coming in with that low HP, and now it's left all onto Explicit as well. Gonna see what he's opting to do here because he looks like he wants to wrap around to Heaven to try and take away some of these guns, but it's gonna be watched like a hawk. Necro finds the one, and now once again we're within one of touching distance against Natum. Please, someone help us.
We might be in it for another long game, Josh, because what are these games? So amazing to see. I'm loving every second of it, but I can't wrap I can't wrap my brain around what's happening. Because NKL, they just bounce back every single time we count them out. And partly because TFX, yes, they've been over aggressive left and right. They do manage to close it down in their favor, but when they make a single mistake is where NKL specifically bounces back. But now TFX only an eco, so little firepower to work with, and Heyo picking up the advantage as well. Cosmic Divide is still gonna be laid out, so NKL, let's see if they're gonna be able to close this one out once more and take us into equal score.
Yeah, they still want to press the footing here. Elite cops a bit of damage from the boom bot, but not gonna be too
worried about that one. They should be able to get the bomb down with relative ease as NKL find another pick on the lurking Jude as Elite. Oh, a bit over aggressive there, but a good shot by Heyo nonetheless to try and find the opening pick, and now the Killjoy lockdown is in place as well. My goodness, this is now looking like a very, very interesting retake right now because they have 3 players, but they have to get through so much of this utility dump here by NKL. As now these 3 players coming back in now as they have to aggress on this wall, Abuelito. Whoa! What was that shot? And now Arabella. Oh!
Don't interrupt my work.
What?
I'm done. I'm done with this game. You know what, Josh? Josh, you know what? But you can cast alone. I'm done.
Okay,
I'm gonna go to bed. It's already 12 a.m. I'm tired. I cannot be stressed out like this on a Thursday evening. I can't. The TFX, they've managed to squeeze that one round up out of all of that's happening. They were able to close it down for themselves, and then KL are the ones that are in eco. Maybe, just maybe, TFX will be able to close this one out. I mean, they have to, right? For sure, because they have the op.
First of all, why? Like, how did they even win that round? They already lost one on the flank, so how did Vuitton even find 2 of those kills? From absolutely nowhere, it seems he was able to find those 2 frags, which absolutely cracked open the retake. But I don't understand just what just happened. They looked like they were losing, but somehow they came up with an eco, and now we go again. The Killjoy knocks down sending right into the Elite. Looking to be the first one into the bomb.
Oh no!
So far, he is not aware of the positioning of the turret, so he drops to the tick damage, and now NKL, they still want to aggress on this, and understandably so, because NKL have, TFX, my apologies, have vacated this site, so now it's gonna be a 4-man retake for TFX, and make that 3-2, never mind, it's all gonna be down to Nero bye-bye, and it's gonna be all on Vuitton right now, and now it's gonna be nobody, and well, TFX apparently are gods at retake simulator. Cool.
That's true, isn't it? I mean, they were so good in that, and Heyo with the showstopper leading the charge there. Well, it was of course the eco for MKL, so still kind of telegraphed for them to not win that one. They actually went for a bit of a iffy buy there, not the full on eco, which is why they don't have anything to work with at all this time. And a part of it is because NKL were holding on to those ultimates once more. This is a problem that they did come across in the last game where the last half rather, where the Rolling Thunder was just not committed at all for rounds in a row, even though they were ahead. But this time it bites them back in the butt big time as they are against a match point team. And Jude opening things up once more for TFX. And picking up another on top of it is looking so good already. He's taking this into a 3-on-5, which is more than enough for the rest of his team to clean up. Remember, it's match point. So the rest of them that they have to do is take out Elite X, who has the bazooka up and ready. He will take out one, but Zappy's there for the refrag. And finally, TFX, they close down the game for themselves. They win this scrim. But it was such a close game, Josh.
Man, they fought tooth and nail for that one. Well, you know, sometimes I don't even know if I'm watching Scrims or watching VCT because everything was given everything. And I mean, honestly, what just happened? Because Elite didn't even have a good game. The rest of his team are absolutely carrying. Look at Vaton again, Arabella. It looks like these players are just taking them to step out. Jabalito went crazy this game as well. Zappy, he had a little bit less of a convincing performance as well as Jude. But look at the players that we haven't seen step up so far. Habalito, Heyo, just thrusting themselves into the spotlight suddenly. And suddenly, the game all up in TFX's hands.
Oh, I'm right up there with you. Are we watching a scrim or is this a VCT challenge? I don't know what's happening right now. But hey, it's all done. And TFX come out just a little bit on top against Nongkrong Kilat. And that's it. Ladies and gents, for tonight's KJC Scrim, make sure to stay tuned because we will be back on Tuesday for more action. But that's it for this week. Thank you guys for watching. Again, my name is Zaydam, casting here tonight with Josh. See you guys in the next one.